best player there's ever been for the world launch of Fast 4 tennis, no one quite knew what to expect. And the beautiful thing is, we still don't. Heart-stoppingly unpredictable, thrilling, red-hot, and brand spanking new. Welcome to Tennis 2015 style. And tonight, the great Rafa Nadal takes on a few blokes you've probably heard of, but it doesn't matter if you haven't, because it'll all be over in a flash. As they say in the sporting classics, buckle up and enjoy the ride. Welcome to the Somerset featuring Rafa Nadal.
And welcome to Melbourne, Australia. My name is Clint Stanaway. A special night here because a tennis revolution is again upon us. A revolution that features none other than Rafael Nadal, one of the champions, one of the most decorated players in tennis history. This is Fast 4. A big welcome to all of you, and we brought to you from Margaret Court Arena, a sensational stadium here in Melbourne, a brand new stadium, because under this brand new retractable roof there'll be a party type atmosphere on and off the court, an atmosphere you'll struggle to find or replicate anywhere in the world. Now let's have a look at our schedule. It features an exciting array of past, present and future champions. Up first, 17-year-old Omar Jasika. What an occasion for him, last year's US Open Junior champion. He'll play a Fast 4 set against Rafa Nadal, the Spanish master himself. Next up, it's Nadal pitted against Mark Philippoussis, the 38-year-old Aussie who was a real favourite here at Melbourne Park. He can't wait for this occasion either. Then it's the big show. How about this? There will be fireworks on court when two Spanish balls lock horns. Nadal versus Fernando Verdasco, the best of 5 sets in this new Fast 4 concept. Well, a few nights back in Sydney, we got a great demonstration, a match between Leighton Hewitt and also the Swiss master himself, Roger Federer. Here's a refresher about how Fast 4 works.
Fast 4 tennis. Fast to play, faster to learn. There's a few changes. If the servers are let, it's still in play. You must try and return it. There's no ad scoring. At Deuce, we play a PowerPoint. Tiebreakers are played at 3 games all. In this format, they're a dash to 5 points. First to 4 games wins. That's Fast 4 tennis.
Still not too sure how it works? Well, it's time to sit back and enjoy this real-time demonstration. This is Fast 4 tennis.
Ladies and gentlemen, to give us a demonstration of Fast 4 tennis, please welcome mixed doubles wild card pairing Sam Thompson and Marsha Jovanovic. At the other end of the court, please welcome Assistant Treasurer Josh Frydenberg and former world number 8, Alicia Molik.
We got one more.
All right, our commentators for tonight, Paul Annacone and Ed Phillips. A big welcome to you both.
Hello there, and it's great to be in Melbourne as we gear up for the Australian Open in just a few days' time, and we get a first look at this recently completed stadium. 7,500 people set to stream in tonight. They are a little slow tonight, Paul, but they will get there as we get a first-hand look at this fabulous Fast 4 format. How appropriate the first matches played here tonight are going to be this Fast 4 format. And we're away. You've got to blink and you'll miss it tonight. Like the pair in red, I can tell you that both Marsha Jovanovic and her partner Sam have come through in the wildcard competition and managed to get themselves a start in the mixed doubles for the Australian Open. So well done to those guys. Our umpire's in charge in the UK.
Great to see those guys get the doubles mixed, the mixed doubles wild card. This will be a great night for them. This venue is unbelievable. I got the tour of it. It is electrifying. It is spotless. It's brand new. And now with the Fast 4, we're going to have things done in a heartbeat with lots of pressure, but also lots of fun really fast.
Well, Sam serving to Alicia, and she, I must say, still has the glory of those 2 Grand Slam doubles titles that she won.
Unbelievable player. Alicia's still in unbelievable shape. As a mom, she probably stays in shape, chasing the family around, keeping up with everybody, but she still looks great, still plays great, and great indicator to see how things go.
Now, not sure what sort of a game an assistant treasurer
I
might have.
I was going to ask you, how does that work? How much time does he get to practice?
Well, I do understand that the member for Kooyong here in Australia is an avid tennis player, played all through uni. He's a high achiever, this man. But I don't know how many professional politicians there are on the tennis circuit. I'm not sure if Hillary Clinton has a good serve volley game.
I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on it. But I tell you, with his CV's got enough going on. I wouldn't think he'd get a lot of tennis under his belt these days.
It is great to see the beautiful technique of Alicia Molik. Still fine. She's a busy mum.
Yeah, she can miss that one. A busy mom can make a few errors here and there. And again, what's so great about this Fast Four format is the no-ad scoring. You know, the PowerPoint when it gets to 3 points all, which would be 40 all, and things just happen in a heartbeat.
And a rather dangerous tactic there. I hope she doesn't bang the treasurer in the back of the head.
That's not going to happen.
That's going to affect her come tax time. I think it's play on there. It looks slightly long, but I think they're happy to continue.
That's so hard to get. You have to remember that you're playing the let courts. A couple of nights ago in Sydney, Roger was telling me after the match there was a few times where he had to totally just jerk himself into being aware because he totally forget about those let cords.
Well, I think it's going to catch us all by surprise, Paul, because our first reaction
I was going to say, that was a treasurer's reaction at the net. A little bit slow, a late lunge, and it got past him. Right here, leaning to the side, got caught.
Out to a 2-love lead. Okay. Let's see, the beautiful service style. Took her to number 8 in the world in singles and a ranking of 6, which was on tour in the doubles.
Yeah, in 2004 too, and she got the bronze medal at the Athens Olympics. So some terrific results for Alicia.
Not to bring it up and dwell on it, but she does have one more Grand Slam doubles title than yourself.
Ouch. I knew you were going to do that. Knew you were going to do it, but that's okay. Well deserved. I'm surprised it's only one. One more than me.
You've got one. That's not bad.
Better than 0.
Beautiful service action. Do you know, this is a great game for busy mums to play who might want to have their little kiddies taken care of for an hour by their friends. You can get your tennis game done in an hour.
Absolutely. This is so many good benefits. As we see the treasurer trying to cross there. Not enough on that backhand overhead, but seriously, Ed, with all the time constraints we have in today's society, to be able to get this done this quickly with this much action, it just has benefits at every different level.
Young Marsha Jovanovic to serve now. It's just
a little bit long there. Just a little.
There we go. Any tactics taken by these youngsters we might see in the coming days in their first Grand Slam appearance.
Yep, she's still trying to get to the net, which is a good thing.
Some new tactics. It's all about communication when you play doubles, right?
They've got to realize, though, they got the microphones on. They can't be whispering these. Everyone's going to know what the strategy is. You're going to have to use sign language or something.
I think they're going to cross. That's what I heard on the PA.
He's in the middle. Which way's cross, though?
Oh, that was a bit of a shank.
That's a mom's forehand right there. That's not the old Alicia Molik forehand.
So remember, no ad scoring in Fast Four tennis. If it gets to deuce, we have a PowerPoint, and the receivers get to decide which side of the court they'd like to receive from.
Absolutely, and it's 15 all right now. Second serve.
We almost got let that we could play.
Now, politics does seem to drag on with campaigns. Perhaps the Minister for Kooyong would like to take this concept back into Parliament, and parliamentary campaigns could have a Fast Four type format.
Absolutely. I'd like to see him push that through.
We might be struggling there, but a better chance of getting all our pollies playing tennis and fitting in a few sets in their 60-minute lunch break in between debates. All right, a little bit of pressure now for our pros, and okay.
That's a 30. You have to remember now, if we get to 40-40, you get the PowerPoint. And the interesting thing in doubles, on the PowerPoint, if it's a let cord, then either doubles player that's returning can take the return. So just to make it a little bit more exciting and a little bit more confusing to the people that are serving.
I hope we see one of those. A little let cord bobble up and get put away. Now, I wouldn't suggest we practice our fast four serving at the net to try and get a let cord.
No, good. See, you're catching on quick. That's perfect. They love it.
I'll leave the tactics to you, Super Coach. All right, we've got a game point here, but if we do get a juice, a power point will come up.
Come on, let's see that power point and the let cord. I really want to see one of those.
It's 40-30. Let's go to deuce.
I love the pro players are asking how the scoring works.
Come on, deuce it up.
Come on, Marsha. Oh, she's gone sneaky
She
underhand.
went underhand. Oh,
And
Alicia
it's worked.
missed it. She missed
Oh,
it.
look at that. Can we look at that? Was it good? It was good. Ladies and gentlemen, a power point.
Receiver's choice here. Receiver's choice.
So just so everyone's clear, whoever wins this point wins this game.
I must say, I've
It's
never
too
been
low.
comfortable with an underarm serve. It is a bit of a cop-out.
Okay, all right.
Double fault will cost her here. Oh,
No, Alicia, come on.
Jovanovic and Thompson race off to a 3-love.
We're winning it. We're winning against Alicia Molly.
Ladies and gentlemen, the assistant treasurer
Last chance.
is serving to stay in the match.
Last chance to get on that scoreboard.
Remember, power points at deuce, power points at 3-all.
Well, he is answerable to the Prime Minister ultimately, so he's probably used to some glaring pressure. But I wonder how he goes dishing up his serves here. It's quite a nice
Still
action.
got a good motion, Ed. Still got the fluid serve. Uh-oh. There's the old Alicia Mullen getting back for that overhead.
All right. I like the form. I mean, perhaps this is a new way to garner votes in amongst your electorate.
I was going to say, you're getting a whole different constituency on your side. Oh, good return at the body there.
Well,
15-all.
there's nothing more decisive than a ballot box slap in the face. But maybe a Wilson ball travelling right at your body comes close.
It's a close second, I think.
He's going all right. And isn't it nice to have music pumping while the game plays?
I'll tell you what, it definitely raises the energy level and also tests the concentration. One's got to keep their focus.
And this is a theme we'll see throughout the night. You really must be focused from the very first point. You can't afford to work your way into a set, into a match, because it'll be over.
Yeah, this fast four format, up to 4 games, happens so quickly. No ad scoring. Before you know it,
40-15.
you're at the brink of defeat. Last
Following
chance to get on the scoreboard.
There we go.
They're on the board.
1-3, the Minister and the Moloch are chasing our pros making their
ladies and
debut
gentlemen,
into the
we're going to
Australian
fast
Open.
forward. We're going to
Mixed
turn the
doubles.
clock forward. We're going to make it 3-all.
Ooh.
It's 3-all in the set. And as we all know in fast four tennis,
All right.
it's the first of 4 games wins.
You want 3-all?
So at 3-all, we're in a tiebreaker.
All right.
Well, this
So
is good.
Josh,
We're going to get a look at a
so
tiebreak
Sam, you're
format.
serving.
This will
You
be
get the
that.
first
This will be an
points.
old school
Okay, then we'll come back to
9-point
Alicia, 2
tiebreaker,
points,
which means it's
and we'll
first to
continue
5.
from there. Tiebreaker
At
goes to
4
5
all,
points,
next
okay?
point
So
wins,
Sam serving.
and it's 2 serves,
First in the
2
tiebreaker.
serves, 2 serves, and then the last person gets 3 serves if need be.
Yours.
That's long.
The young
1-0.
pros.
Yep, 1-0 for the young guns, and then second point.
In the tiebreaker.
A total
Second
of
serve for Sam. Leisha. Oh, nice. That's 2-love. 2-love.
Good. Look at the crowd filling up. That's good.
Well, it is the fast four format, trying to get a look at how they race through a tiebreaker. And might leave these guys in action
Josh.
out on centre court as they try and sort
Alicia
out this
serving now.
first set.
Oh!
Oh, and a point
Did
to
you play that
Moloch
shot?
and Frydenberg.
No.
It's 1-2. It's 1-2. We need to fast forward now. We need to
The thing I am
fast
seeing is
forward
lots of smiles,
to,
lots of energy,
it's
and some heavy
4-all.
breathing. There's no stopping.
It's 4-all.
It's
This is the
4-all,
last serve of
so the
match.
receivers should get to
decide the
choose.
winner.
Take all, first to 5. All right, I gotcha.
Right.
Match point for both teams.
Deciding the winner of the match. This serve. That was long.
And in some very dodgy scoring,
I'll
Moloch.
tell you what,
I'm not sure
they
why.
were trying
I'm a
to be
little bit confused.
creative.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your
That is a
hands
great
together.
look at fast
Put your
four.
hands together for our
In a different
demonstration
style, but I
crew.
wonder how the pros are going to
Just
handle it in
Friday,
singles.
assistant
Well,
treasurer,
only
Alicia
Rafa
Moll.
would know how to throw down this challenge to take on 3
And
players.
also to our wild card
Let's take a look at
Sam Thompson,
Rafa now. We caught up with him as he prepared for his first Fast Far 4 showdown. Rafa, welcome back to Melbourne. You've just come straight off the practice court. You look fit. How do you feel?
Well, I just arrived yesterday, so a little bit of jet lag, you can imagine that. But in general, very happy to be back here in Australia. You know, always coming back after injuries are not easy, so always the doubts of the beginning, but at the same time with a big motivation, very excited to be back and just try my best in every practice.
Fast 4 tennis. What do you think of the new format?
Well, I think it's something new, special, and makes the things very interesting because it's everything very quick and anything can happen. So that makes the every match more emotional for the crowd, and I think is always good to hear new things.
Well, you are playing Fernando in your summer set, where you broke the record here at Melbourne Park for the longest match ever. It can't go that long this time, which is probably a good thing.
Well, that's sure. No, we don't want to play a lot that long match again. Was one of the toughest matches in my career. Very emotional one, and is a good memory, and happy to play against him again.
So what was your best memory of that massive match? It went for 5 hours, 14 minutes.
I remember that I was playing very well, but he was able to catch every ball. He played very aggressive when he touched the forehand. Every time was money, so it was very difficult match, you know, in terms of concentration, in terms of physical demanding. Both of us, Fernando and me, we were happy to be part of that match here.
Well, this is the rematch, sort of, with Fast 4 tennis. This could be the shortest match ever.
Maybe.
We have organised for you tonight the DJs, the dancers. Is this a typical night out for you, Rafa?
Well, it's a little bit different now, but just can say thank you very much to the Australian Open to make me and give me the opportunity to play for the first time ever in the new Margaret Court Arena. At the same time, having an event for the foundations, Australian Open Foundation, my foundation. So it's always great to have the chance to help the kids in my case, and I hope the crowd will enjoy the evening. I think it's going to be a good show, and I'm going to try to do my best.
We promised you some exciting entertainment. It's now time to give it up for the Tenacity Dance crew and 888 Funk!
Ziggy X, I got one more problem with you, girl. Hey. I really, really doubt you understand. My life is easy when I ain't around you. Iggy, Iggy, too biggie to be his present. I'm thinking I love the thought of you more than I love your presence. And the best thing now is probably for you to exit. I let you go, let you back. I finally learned my lesson. No head stepping either, you wanted it, you just playing. I'm listening to you knowing I can't believe what you're saying. It's a million you, baby boo, so don't be dumb. I got 99 problems, but you won't be one. Like what?
Well, that's certainly something you don't see on a championship tennis court very often, isn't it? But great fun tonight, and the crowd have been loving it. They're streaming in now to this 7,500 seat venue. There'll be more dancing throughout the night.
Oh yeah, all different kinds out there coming up with that little tennis ball.
All right, we know Rafa is taking on 3 opponents tonight. Challenger number 1, we know, does face a big task. His name is Omar Jasika, a young Aussie. He could just be the next big thing in tennis. We caught up with him earlier today. So earlier today you got your summer camp first round of qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty happy to get my first win today in the qualifying. I've got 2 more matches to go, so hopefully I'll play another fellow Aussie in the second round of the qualifying. So hopefully I can do well there.
Normally for a young guy you'd be content to sit back and relax after that, but tonight facing probably your biggest challenge for a long time and maybe years to come.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it tonight. Actually, last night couldn't really sleep last night. All the thoughts have gone through my head. What if happens? What happens? But yeah, I mean, I got to sleep eventually. Woke up pretty pumped, so it was good to win this morning. So I'm looking forward to tonight.
Let's backtrack a little to see how we got to this point. 2014, an incredible debut at the US Open. You took out the junior boys singles. I want to throw a couple of names your way. Andy Murray, Andy Roddick, Pat Cash, all winners of that trophy. They all went on to have incredible careers.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, there's been some great names winning that US Open title, and I'm happy to have my name on that title too. So hopefully for the future I can try and compete with those guys.
You're 17. How do you keep yourself grounded after an incredible tournament like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to keep your head in because you have all these things thrown at you at once. But I mean, I'm still pretty young, so I'm still learning as I go. But I'm trying to pick up a few things from other players and try and take that into perspective.
Give us a couple of your goals for the next, say, 3 years. How are you mapping the pathway forwards?
Yeah, well, I try to take step-by-step, baby steps first, not really jump into the years ahead. But so far so well, and I'm going to try and get my ranking boosted up this year and see where it goes from there.
You're going to learn from the master tonight. You're about to face him, but it's in a new challenge that neither of you have taken on. It's fast four tennis. What are you expecting?
Yeah, I mean, it's a new format, so I've played a few matches like that for the ATL in Melbourne before, but it's a pretty quick game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So how are you going to tackle tonight? Nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a win-win situation. I won today, so that's good for me. And yeah, I've been playing some good tennis, so I'm ready to take it to him.
Okay, 100 countries watching. How are the nerves?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about stuff too much, but yeah, I think it's gonna hit me probably soon.
It's time to bring out the stars that we need to make a great tennis match happen. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for tonight's lines people. And make plenty more noise as we welcome onto the court the Ball Kids. And to keep things fun and fair, please welcome your chair umpire for the evening from Great Britain, James Keothavong. And as they take their positions, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Tenacity and 888 Funk.
No trouble. I'm all about that bass, about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, about that bass, 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 bass. Yeah, it's pretty clear. I ain't no size 2, but I can shake it like I'm supposed to do. 'Cause I got that boom boom that all the boys chase, all the right junk in all the right places. I see the magazines working out Photoshop. We know that shit ain't real. Come on now, make it stop. If you got beauty, just raise them up. 'Cause every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top. Yeah, my mama, she told me don't worry about your size. She says boys like a little more booty to hold at night. And no, it won't be no stick figure silicone Barbie doll. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move along. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, Hey, I'm bringing booty back into them skinny bitches' eyes. No, I'm just playing, I know y'all think you're fake, but I'm here to tell you every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top. Yeah, my mama, she told me don't worry about your size. She says boys like a little more booty to hold at night. And no, it won't be no stick figure silicone Barbie doll. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move along. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass,
You know, I'm fairly certain some of those songs are from Rafa's own iPod list, but we'll have to confirm that. He is not far away, the champ, and he's ready for a big hit out here after what he said and admitted was a frustrating couple of months with injuries to finish off last year. And one of his opponents tonight knows all about that. Injuries plagued Mark Philippoussis, but he's here, he looks fantastic and ready to go. Great to have you back on court for tonight. With the pre-match butterflies, are they reappearing and making themselves known again?
Not right now. They might come before the match, but I am so pumped for tonight. I think number one thing is getting back on the court, Melbourne Park. That's what I'm incredibly excited about, getting back in front of the home crowd that I feel like I grew up in front of, and excited to support a great cause and just be part of a great night.
I've got to say, for a gentleman in his late 30s, you're looking in great shape. Are you hitting a bit?
First of all, it's incredibly kind of you, and the good thing is with technology, with cameras, with these filters, anyone can look good with these filters these days. But yeah, look, I'm trying to, I'd like to stay in good shape. Number one, for my lifestyle, I love to surf. I want to be in good health when I get on the court. So I'm watching what I eat. I'm exercising every day. So when I do get on the court, I'm feeling good.
And
fun.
How are you hitting them?
It's good. It's good. I actually have come off a lot of tennis. I played a couple of events end of last year in India, and also the IPTL event where I played a lot of tennis, the most I've played in a very long time. And so hitting the ball good. I'm really looking forward to tonight.
Okay, what about this troublesome knee? I was going to say it's 38, you're 38. The knee's probably closer to 50-ish.
You know what? I've had the 3 surgeries on each side, and like I said, my body weight's down. They feel great. I do wear a brace on the left knee. It's more of a precaution kind of thing, but I feel amazing. I mean, you just watch me tonight.
Well, what about these big service speeds? We're used to seeing them way above the 200k mark. Is that a chance on the radar?
Oh, that's 200k is my second serve. Come on, that's like riding a bike for me. One thing I have, it's my serve. So that's still there. Just want to hopefully some of them will go in tonight.
All right. 2 great challenges in your life. The first one tonight against Rafa, but the one you're doing so well at is fatherhood. How's that been this last 12 months?
Amazing. It's been an absolute blessing. The best thing that has ever happened to me for my wife and I. Changed my life for the better. You know, I couldn't even begin to explain the love I have for that kid and what I feel. And I guess any other parent would know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm good at changing diapers. I just want to tell you, I'm good at changing diapers.
Good to know. Well, he's going to be there courtside probably watching you jump into your biggest challenge in a while. You're taking on Rafa in the Fast 4 format. How's it going to play out?
It's going to be fast. So hopefully, you know, with this kind of format, you've got to be ready to go from word go. You know, no sudden death at juice, first to 4 games, playing the lets. There's a lot of stuff to think about. But I'm honestly looking forward to the challenge. Look, I'm not going to lie, I'm very competitive still. I'm not going to go and tell you I'm not going to go out there and try and win, because that's exactly what I'm going to try and do, but I'm going to have a hell of a lot of fun doing it.
We wouldn't expect anything less. We can't wait to see you on court.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Well, welcome back. This lady here who joins me, Alicia Molik, has just had a Fast 4 workout, a workout with a difference. How was it on court, Alicia?
Oh, God, it was fast. It was furious. So it took a while to get into the crowd. We weren't quite going wild, but it was hard to find my form.
Well, come on. You did well out there. You teamed with the Minister, yeah?
Oh, absolutely. It brings back all the nerves, the anxious moments of playing in the Australian Open. But I tell you what, the fast format's certainly something I'd like to pursue more.
We're just watching the highlights now. What did you enjoy most about the game?
Oh, look, for me, I think, given my age, I'm that other, you know, the lower end of 30, 33, but the higher end in tennis terms. And so the shorter, sharper points and game format certainly helped me. And as you said, look, it was a lot of fun.
Underarm serve there.
That got me. I tell you what, the movement's not great these days. I have to sharpen that up.
And as a mum as well, I guess you're pretty time poor at times. Would a game like this help out in the community?
Yeah, look, I think that's what it's all about. For me, it is difficult to find even an hour for exercise. It's hard for many parents that are chasing their kids around to so many various sporting events. It's time for parents to take charge and come out and play Fast 4, because it's fantastic for the short period of time it's played in.
Speaking of someone with quite a few kids, Roger Federer, he played Leighton Hewitt on just a few nights ago up in Sydney. That was an exciting clash, but it really brought out the bonus of this game. Fast, furious tennis, as you say.
I think what we want too is we want these guys, the legends, the Federers, the Hewitts of tennis, we want them playing until they're 45, 50. So who knows, this is the future. This just might keep them in the game longer.
Looking at some of the highlights here. Well, I mean, Rusty, he's not rusty at all, is he?
No, look, I would never discount Leighton Hewitt any day of the week. We're from the same hometown. He leaves his heart and soul out on the court. Beat Roger last Brisbane, so who knows what we can expect from him this Australian Open.
All right, well, there's a great atmosphere tonight. Have you got a favourite song to choose from the DJ set?
I don't know really what's playing, what's popular right now, but anything that gets the feet moving quicker.
What about this new venue here, Margaret Court Arena? Just really quickly, it's sensational, isn't it?
I think it's one of my favourites. It'll be a fan favourite and I think a player favourite. It's fantastic. Another roof with a leading Grand Slam. It's fabulous.
Well, thanks very much to Alicia Molik, and enjoy the night.
I will. I'm about to take my seat right now. Thank you.
All right, here we go. This is Fast 4 tennis. We are not far away from Rafael Nadal up against Omar Jasika here at Margaret Court Arena. It looks fantastic. The stage is set for a huge night. You can see the lights. Here is Paul Annacone and Ed Phillips.
And I must say, Alicia looks like she shouldn't rule out a comeback.
I'll tell you what, she's so fit at it. She's being too modest. She can get ready very quickly.
The stars are in the house. We've got the Scud. He looks raring and fit. And we've also got, there we have Fernando Verdasco, right? Jasika's coming as well. And Rafa getting set for his first challenge. We're about to hit centre court. And it is all excitement here at the brand new Margaret Court Arena. It's the Somerset. He's taking on 3 challenges.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2014 US Open Junior Champion, Omar Jasika. And now, 14-time Grand Slam champion, Rafa Nadal!
Wow, what a build-up here at Margaret Court Arena. Omar, this is a special occasion. Look who's standing next to you.
Yeah, I actually can't believe it right now.
Have you got family and friends in the Margaret Court Arena tonight?
Yeah, they're somewhere around here. I'll try and maybe spot them. If not, yeah.
A few butterflies?
Yeah, a little bit.
Rafa, welcome back to Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen. Rafael Nadal. What was it like stepping back into the locker room here? It must bring back some amazing memories.
Sure, no, always is very special to be back here in Australia. No, it's a tournament that I really love so much. I want to say thank you very much, everybody, for being here tonight. Just amazing feeling, go out tonight. I have this fantastic crowd, so just thank you very much, and I hope everybody will enjoy.
Well, this is something very special, very different to both of you. All the very best.
He looks great. He looks in great spirits, Rafa. It is his night tonight, the Somerset, as he takes on 3 opponents. And I feel a little bit for the young fella, Omar Jasika. He's just rapt to meet him.
This will be a great night for Omar. Obviously, US Open Junior champion last year. Getting to be out here with a legend, and typical Rafael Nadal, just humble and gracious and happy to be here. It's so great to see him back in Melbourne. And this arena, I mean, it's electric tonight, and it's such a wonderful place to play. So it's going to be a lot of fun, Ed.
Now have a look at their courtside chairs for starters. I mean, it's like he's in some castle with purple seating and his own Hollywood sign behind him.
Nice, I like that. I like that. It could be a new style down the road.
They've gone to quite some trouble. Yes, his own embroidered towels.
Hey,
you can't complain about that. Fantastic stuff. Now, wisely, he's elected to wear some of the fluoro gear, which is going to go off nicely under these fluorescent lights as well.
Yeah, I think it'll be all different kinds of things shown out on the tennis courts today. New colors with the chairs, new colors on the clothes. It'll be a lot of fun.
And what about the shorts? My eyes. He's in purple stripy shorts, Rafa. Fantastic.
Okay, we got it all happening. This matches the format of quick tennis, new changes, lots of glitz and glamour, so it should be a lot of fun.
You know, I like the styles of the gentlemen. We saw Roger and Leighton going at it. Nice corporate setting a couple of nights ago. I hope you caught some of the highlights. Rafa wanted it this way. Loud, lots of dancing, and a bit of fun throughout the night.
Yeah, this will be a lot of fun. Sydney was terrific, and this will be great too.
Here come the rules.
If the serve hits the nets, we carry on playing. At deuce, sudden point, power points, receiver's choice. Tie break at 3 games all, up to 5 points, and every set is up to 4 games. 6 balls in play, new ball 7 and 9, using Hawkeye. Any questions? Okay, Angus, off to you. Heads or tails? Heads is called. It is heads. Omar. Omar to serve.
Let's take it away, fellas. And well done to little Angus. He was judged the best dancer in some of those crowd routines. So he got to do the toss of the coin. Well done to him. His night's off to a fantastic start.
And he's got a nice photo for the old album to keep away there. That'll be a nice one.
Straight onto Facebook. You mean like an old photo album? How old are you, Mr. Anacone? Come on. Straight onto Facebook or Snapchat or one of these things that young kids do.
There we go.
So there the players get to go through their warm-ups. And let's talk about their CVs as well, because, well, I guess Omar's doesn't have much to show for it, barring these wins.
Yeah, what I wanted to say, though, this is fast four tennis. Can't really talk too much about Rafa's because it's fast four format. So let's go to Omar first.
Okay. Here's a local of Melbourne, Australia, and he's having perhaps just the best night of his life tonight.
Yeah, it's a special night for him. He won his first round of qualifying today, and tonight getting to play a legend here in Margaret Court Arena, which has just been refurbished. Absolutely immaculate, wonderful court with an electric crowd. So it's going to be a pretty full day for old Omar after winning the first round and coming out here and playing Rafa tonight.
And don't forget, he's got to settle up again tomorrow to try and win his next qualifying match. But I think, you know, the exuberance of youth, he'll be fine. Now, he is a whippy lefty, and I think it's probably a wise choice by Rafa to match himself up against a player who plays quite like him. It's no doubt his hero.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Rafa's going to get a couple of different tastes tonight. He's going to get the youngster. He's going to get the scud throwing some missiles. As we see Rafa's resume, we'd go into more depth in this, but we'd need about 6 or 7 hours to fill his CV. And since this is fast four tennis, we can't really do that. But just take it from us. This guy's good.
Look, he's not bad. Equal second all time with Pete Sampras on Grand Slam titles. He's surprisingly tall. He's over 6 foot in the old scale at 1.85 metres. And a current ranking of 3 has been as high as 1, of course, with thousands of epic battles on clay courts, and I think won 9 out of the last 10 championships on clay at Roland Garros.
Yeah, spectacular. 9 Roland Garros titles, and obviously we all know last year, the end of the season, having a rough year with injuries, and that's been a little bit of a problem for Rafael. He's had some body issues, and that's because of the energy and the physicality of his game. Once in a while the body breaks down, so it's just great to see him back down here feeling fit, getting into match shape.
So the last stages of the guys' warm-up for you now. I think the smile hasn't disappeared from Omar's face.
I've never seen anyone play with a smile this long. I wonder if he's going to start to get cramps in his cheekbones, maybe.
Now, give me your coach's hat, because you coached a couple of the greats, including Pete Sampras and Roger Federer. I mean, you picked a couple of good ones, and they certainly made you look good.
Absolutely, and it's interesting when you go into a coach's mind. If you sit here for a youngster like Omar, you want him to be ready for tomorrow. He's played a match today, but that youthful exuberance will get him through it. And tonight, it's really about absorbing the environment, seeing what you can do, and really just testing yourself against a great player. So for him, it will be kind of a win-win situation, regardless of what happens.
Okay, you get him in the locker room. What do you say? Listen, you're up against one of the greatest players of all time. How are you going to approach this? What would you say to him?
Well, for me, since he's a left-handed player as well, he wants to use his lefty spin to try to keep Rafa Nadal running as much as he can and try to be aggressive on Rafa's serve. When Rafa's making second serve efforts, Omar's got to be really aggressive. Other than that, first serve percentage, try to get the first strike in and just soak up the atmosphere. This should be a special night with a special format in an incredibly unique arena, so it'll be a lot of fun for him.
Okay, he's 17 years of age. He's up against a guy 10 years his senior who serves at a rapid velocity. Will he have come across a serve like this that he's about to face?
Yeah, I think the serve won't be an issue. I think he's been seeing speeds. Rafa's serve isn't that big. What's going to be awkward for him is the weight of shot consistently from the back of the court. Rafa hits the ball so heavy. Omar's not going to have seen this too frequently, so it's going to be tough for him to get used to that pace and to stay with it, shot in and shot out.
He's got to start fast and perhaps wipe the smile off his face, just get into the zone and tackle one of the greatest players of all time.
I'll tell you what, in this format, which we didn't talk about yet, enough yet, is that against someone like Rafa, if you're not ready to go, you're going to be down 3-0, 4-0, one set very quickly. So it's going to be very interesting to see how both of these guys start off.
Do you know, I spoke to him earlier in the day and I said, how are you going with this fast forward? He said, I played a bit of it as a junior. I played in a couple of tournaments, so he's across the format. Rafa, I'm not so sure about whether he's tried the fast format, so at least advantage to the young kid to start with.
I think so, but the thing that's so amazing about Rafa, and this is part of his MO, which is he's so good at playing point-for-point mentality. It almost looks like his matches, he plays fast four style because that intensity is there, point in and point out. So Omar will see it tonight. This will be a great opportunity to see if he can have an impact on the Rafael Nadal defenses.
This is a great sight to see the crowd right into it from the word go, the music, the smiles. and lots of motion. But Rafa's got his game face on.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot out of this evening. He's going to play 3 different opponents. He's going to absorb the atmosphere. It's always fun for the top guys to get to practice and play match scenarios with crowds like this just prior to a major event. So I think Rafa will get a good workout out of this. And this will give him a good kind of barometer to see where he is with the Oz Open just down the road.
Be nice if you were thinking of hitting the ball yourself and getting out and meeting up with some mates and trying the new fast 4 rules. You really can get yourself through 3, maybe 4 sets in an hour.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and that's one of the great things. I mean, Ed, the other night we saw 5 great sets with Leighton and Roger, and it was an hour and 30 minutes. And there were so many pressure-packed points right from the get-go because the margins are so narrow. The no-ad scoring, the power points on each game, and then the tiebreakers at 3-all. Before you know it, you're in the middle of a pressure situation. So for me, it just has so many benefits. In today's society, with the time constraints we have, it's a great teaching tool for kids, and it's also a great tool and a great option for parents and adults and people that don't have a lot of time to be on the tennis court.
Quite right. Time. Quite right.
So
well,
Ed, you have no excuse. I'm holding you to it. I want to hear about the log of hours on the court with the Fast 4 format for you after this tournament's over.
Well, I do have a lovely 7-year-old boy. There's no way he hits the ball as well as, say, some Leighton's kids. We saw his little 5-year-old Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz is great. He's terrific.
So I do have some work to do, but the Hewitts are rather precocious, let's be honest. Leighton won his first title at 17.
I think, Leighton won his first title at 17. Has been, dominating basically since. So it's a tough barometer.
Rafa's casting his eyes to the roof, which is opening. Yet another Grand Slam tournament court here for the Australian Open that has the opening roof. So 3 venues now, in case the Melbourne weather does turn nasty, as it is wont to do. So the Aussie Open, which starts on Monday, can be completed no matter what the weather. And Melbourne certainly dishes up all those seasons in a day, as it did again today.
Yeah, it's just an amazing environment here, and I think that Tennis Australia and the Australian Open, all the people that have put so many long hours into setting the standard so high have really raised the bar for all the other Grand Slam events. It's just amazing. They're just on the cutting edge of everything. And again, now this roof is here. What's next?
Well, I think we'll get some complaints from the neighbours about the loud music now escaping.
We've got to get them over here to watch and get involved in the Fast 4 then.
Well, as we do look around, there's barely a spare seat now, so 7,500 in. Very curious about this Fast 4 format, and we're moments away from the guys taking to the court. It's a 1-set hit out. First to 4 wins the set. If it gets to 3-all, we go to a tiebreaker. Even that is shortened in the Fast 4 format. It's a sprint to 5 points. And of course, the thing we're looking out for is that lets must be played. So if you're on the receiving end of a let, it could come straight to you, or it might just do a little annoying blip over the net. You've just got to race there and get the thing over.
Yeah, you got to be ready. And I talked to Roger about that after the match with Leighton the other night, and there perhaps Rafa's getting some last-minute instruction about what the scoring is. Roger was saying he had to remind himself a couple times during the match about the let chords. It's very easy to forget that. So the guys have to be on their toes and be ready.
Okay, and we're anxious to see if we get to a 40-all, a deuce situation, because we don't play 2 points there. We go to a power point, and the winner gets the game, but the receiver of that serve gets to pick which side. I think we're in readiness for the first set of our summer set with Rafa Nadal. He's chosen this young buck, an up-and-comer, perhaps a future star of world tennis. 17-year-old Omar Jasika is about to face one of the greatest players, Rafael Nadal. Ready. He's won the toss. He's going to serve to the great man.
Play.
Omar trying to get that wide serve off the court to get Rafa out of position in the net there.
Give him credit. Here's away. He was leading Rafa Nadal at one point, but we're back to 15.
He can say that, yes, he can say that. That's the heaviness of shot, though, that I was talking about, Ed. That's just going to be tough to absorb that power time and time again for Omar. Great location on that serve.
He's just aced Rafael Nadal. It's fantastic. Oh my.
2 aces. That's one of the questions for the young players before they play a match like that in their mind. They're trying to figure out how they're going to have an impact. What are they going to do to make the great player uncomfortable? And I think we're seeing these last couple points, Omar's going to try to do it with the serve.
Well, he did get a bit excited there and went for it, but understandable.
And those are investments, Ed. If he knows that if he gets in long rallies, he's going to struggle with Rafa, so he'll probably go for a little bit more off the serve to try to get that offensive start to the point. Oh, that's great tennis. Terrific tennis. Great awareness from Jessica there to close the net out.
Well done to the kiddies on the board. One love, if you don't mind, over Rafael Nadal. And he gets himself straight into this rally.
Right, you saw Rafael totally stretched out, snuck into the net, and hit the volley to the open court. Terrific court awareness. Those are things you look for in a young player. Nice little smile from Rafa.
And they have time for the quickest of drinks and a change of hands. There was also a little wry grin. I'm sure I saw it from Omar. As he says, check the scoreboard, Rafa. There we have his parents in the crowd. Well, they must be beside themselves, Paul. Their son is leading Rafael Nadal.
Been a good day for them. Win the first round of the qualifying and then play Rafael Nadal at night for a little backup.
Well, we know the champ is proud. He's going to take it up a notch here. I have a good feeling.
Yeah, the heaviness of the Nadal forehand just springing off the court. You let him get 1, 2, 3 strikes on the ball. It just jumps at you so heavy, and it just gets you on your heels. So Omar's going to have to try to find a way to get on the Nadal serve.
Well, you really can't play yourself in. You've just got to go for it from the very first serve you've received, don't you? And trust your game.
Again, that's why this format is so great, right from the get-go. That should be good for Rafa, too. He only has 1 speed, top speed. Wow, it's just set up with a great forehand down the line and gets the floater. Just a terrific footwork by Nadal. See that big forehand there, and then he sees the floater. Watch the feet get in position forward, just to the open court. Looks very simple.
As Omar turns to watch it sail far off into the opposite court. Whoa. It does give you a great look at the speed that these guys are hitting from that different angle, and just couldn't control that last one. We're square. It's 1-1. It's the Somerset featuring Rafa and his friends. His first challenge is this young buck. Mark Philippoussis waits in the wings. He's got to face a set against Rafa, and then we go maybe to 5 sets against his fellow Spaniard in Fernando Verdasco. But right now, this 17-year-old from Australia has a game on his hands.
Love 15. The one good thing he's got going for him strategically is Rafa does give you space on that return. You see Rafa's deep behind the baseline, so Omar needs to get that serve and then look to jump on the first ball to keep Rafa deep. The umpire made a mistake. The umpire called the let. That should be a point penalty there. James Kiathafong.
Well, I guess you can't play a let unless you,
that's
you have
terrific.
remembered to play a let.
Oh, that's great. Old habits die hard. James Kiathafong, one of the nicer guys around the tennis tour.
Well, it does catch us all by surprise.
Wow, that's a great opportunity there. We saw Omar try to cut the court off, get inside the baseline, but the heaviness of the Nadal forehand made him hit it just a tad late. Not enough on that approach. Great idea, but those defensive skills and movement of Nadal are just second to none. Watch him scoot over and get in position, and the whipping forehand angle. Thank you very much.
And the classic follow through of Nadal's. We've missed that, and it's great to see it back on court.
Game, Nadal.
There we go. To Rafa Nadal. He leads, and he wants to make a bit of a statement as well. I know it's nice to be a nice guy, but you got to keep these up-and-comers down and off your heels.
Yeah, look, absolutely. No one likes to lose. No one wants to lose. Obviously, winning breeds winning, but Rafa's going to get a good workout in. He's going to try to win. He's going to try to play his style of play. That's the most important thing for him right now.
And I'm keen to see how he handles it, because he has to change his style of play for the next match and for the match after that. So it's a really good test for him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and it's a great group he's got. He's got young Omar, and he's got Mark Philippoussis, and then he's got Fernando. So he's going to get some tremendous variation tonight.
I'm not quite sure about the pink shirt on the purple chair in the loud court. We're in the house of Rafa in the Hollywood billboard, and they're heading out now. This 17-year-old from Melbourne, Australia, having the night of his life. He's down a break now as Rafa prepares for game number 4 in this fast 4 format.
Wow. Welcome to the big time, Omar.
This is what awaits him once he gets through qualifying. Look, he's not being overawed by this, though, and they've got similarly strokes, haven't they?
Weight of shot, not relatively the same yet. That's a great wide serve to open up the court and then take the two-hander early, did Nadal. Good rally. Just Rafa's just a little bit more power on those ground strokes. Gets Jasika on the back foot a little bit too early, too often. Omar's got to find a way to be aggressive on that return and maintain the court position.
Gosh, they're bright, those shorts, aren't they?
Shorts maybe have a little sparkling on the side or two. There's some shine going there, Ed.
Look, I can't say I love them, but
I think when you're Rafa, you can wear what you want.
Sure.
That's how I feel about it.
I'll allow it.
He's got the latitude.
A bit overpowering. That's how we roll in a summer set. Still game point for 3-1 here.
Still in it. One more to the power point. Little smile from Rafa.
You know, he's such an intense player on court. It is nice to see him back here and just having a bit of fun here early days. I know he's got this one under control.
That's a way to get the crowd into it. A few whistles, break the concentration.
Some happy Spaniards in the crowd. Good on him. Eventually he'll be allowed to serve.
It's just a lot of action on that serve, Ed. Slow, but with a lot of spin, just dragging it off the court.
And he gets it out to 3-1, 13
Nadal
minutes.
leads by 3 games to 1.
This is how we race through our fast 4 sets.
And without the whistles and catcalls and people flirting with him, we would have still been 11 minutes probably, I think.
Probably right. All right, what can Omar do here? Can he grab another game? Well, he's away. Can only keep winning point by point. Keep yourself in the set. Maybe at worst you can afford to lose one, go down a break, but not two.
No, and you want to, again, the first couple points of every game is so important in this format. Because of the no-ad scoring, the pressure just mounts because the time just gets away too quickly. You cannot give away the sloppy errors and get down early in the games. Great serve there. That being said, Ed, that's with my coaching hat on. I love that because this is great habits for young kids. We see the ace out wide here. And what I mean by great habits is it shows the young kids how disciplined they have to be in a point-for-point mentality.
He could see himself getting on the scoreboard there again. But he's got a couple of game points still. He's hoping there's more distractions coming Rafa's way.
It's an interesting strategy.
Keep it together. Still, he hasn't been aced yet by his opponent. Leads the way there. Well, we're going to our first power point.
Power point. It's a double whammy here at his power point and set point. Rafa choosing the deuce side.
It's the receiver's call. So what will young Omar do? Will he take him out wide to Rafa's backhand? Little gamesmanship perhaps from the old pro.
Uh-oh, second serve. Maybe a let. How about a let second serve, Ed?
That'd be a nice finish. Just dribble it over.
Wow.
He's done it.
That's Rafa right there.
He closes it out for 4-1. And we kind of expected it. But they shake hands. He gives him a good pat on the back, and they're about to join Clint down courtside as well to see how he fared with his first hit out with one of the world's best ever players.
Well, Omar, Jessica, you pinched a game off a Grand Slam champion, Rafael Nadal, but how was the experience?
I'm probably never going to forget this night in my life, so yeah, that was a good experience.
Well, congratulations. We're all here with you. Ladies and gentlemen, star of the future, Omar.
And fair enough, Rafa sits down for a well-earned break before his next match. But let's see how he fared against the youngster.
Yeah, you check the service percentage. Obviously, Omar was fine, 59. Rafa down only 50%. But the big thing was 2 for 2 break points for Nadal, and Omar could not create those opportunities with the 11 unforced errors from Jessica, but that's because he's trying to play offensive tennis. So really just a terrific opportunity for him against a great player. So all in all, a nice night.
Well, let's see how he went. He didn't show any signs of nerve. I'll give him credit.
Yeah, I won the first game. Look at the court position there, trying to play inside the baseline. Look for the big forehand. The thing against Rafa is you have to maintain that aggressive mentality. Just like that point there, sneaking in. That's where he had an impact. Getting the court position and try to take Rafa's time away. Otherwise, you'll see lots of passing shots like that. Good tennis here. Again, that's just Rafa being Rafa. Out of position, hitting a winner behind Jessica off the two-handed side. Look at the Nadal footwork, maintaining the court position. Just great tennis.
Good on him. And he nearly said sorry about that as he gave him a big high five. Well done. Look, not a result that we didn't expect to see. And I tell you what, Omar still has some bragging rights when he sees his friends tomorrow for coffee.
Absolutely. This is one of those fond memories that he's got to take away with him. But for now, flush it out quickly and just get ready for tomorrow's second round qualifying.
Rafa signing some Louis Vuitton luggage there by the looks of things. iPhones, iPads. And he seems to be in a great frame of mind. Look, he can keep that going with his next opponent coming out as well, but we know it's going to be all business once Verdasco comes out on court, and he'll really have to take it up another gear.
Yeah, I think so. And also against Mark Philippoussis, he's going to be seeing some pretty big serves, so he's going to have a different look coming at him, and it's going to be a very interesting thing for me, just with my coaching hat on, to see what Rafa does. Is he going to return from back up, or is he going to return from close to the baseline?
All right, well, we are getting ready for the next challenger.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Margaret Court Arena to play Fast 4 tennis, Mark Philippoussis!
Mark Philippoussis, can you believe it's been 10 years since you last here at Melbourne Park?
Yeah, 10 years. It's feels like 30. It's I'm so excited for tonight. Such a high, first of all, to be on the court with Rafa, and it's such an amazing experience in a night. And you know, hope everyone enjoys it and has some fun.
All the best.
Thank you.
It is a good thing they open up the roof too with all that fog going off there. Let's hope that drifts out.
Yeah, I was wondering if any of the smoke detectors or anything would go off.
Oh dear. So Rafa's warm. I'm not sure how warmed up the Scud is.
Well,
he said he was going to hit the gym and you know, do some bench press.
I would say he would have been out on the courts or in the gym right before walking out here, so that He can get right into it.
Hey, Mark, this is Joel. Okay, so the same rules as the first match. Any questions? No questions. Okay. Joel, would you like to toss? Who would you like to ask? Heads or tails? Rafa, Mark? Heads is called. Tails. Mark?
You know, I would love to serve, but I need to warm up first. No, you know what? I have to serve. Yes. Okay. I have to.
But there's no warm-up.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Good to come out with a game plan, isn't it?
You see, Mark's a little worried about the no warm-up. Here we go. We'll see if he's ready to rock and roll from point one.
And a rather alarming knee brace on one of his troublesome knees. That does look pretty heavy duty there. I think they do need to open up the roof a little wider to let some of the fog out, because some of these serves are going to be coming at Rafa pretty hard and fast. And he might not be able to see them through the fog. I'm sure someone's working on trying to open up the roof.
Oh, old school serve and volley from Scud. Gotta like that.
I checked the radar gun, 176 kilometres an hour. Now look, he's down about 60 Ks on what we know he can do, but that's a nice little opener.
A little bit of time. That is just a great wide serve. 194 Ks out that wide is a lot quicker than those numbers look. Watch it cutting off the court with that speed.
Well done to the Scud. Look, no small task to come straight out and fire away with no warm-up.
40-15.
And take a couple of points early. Well done.
Good footwork on this volley, and just stick the high backhand volley to open court. Good solid serve and volley play.
With a giggle, Rafa lets it go. I don't think you can challenge your own serve call, can you?
Well,
when you've actually been given it.
Yeah, and you can't challenge I guess you could challenge even if it is out 6 or 8 inches. Probably wouldn't do him any good. Here we go, Ed. PowerPoint.
PowerPoint.
The crowd loves it. We got a sudden death to PowerPoint for the first game.
Oh, what a return off a 206K serve.
Great stuff. We have wound back the clock. He does look in good fine fettle, but it's Rafa with the first break. Out to 1-love. Look, you've got to make your knees bend for that first volley, don't you? And one that's got a heavy brace on it like that.
Yeah, I think Mark's probably not used to those 206K serves coming back on the senior tour too often.
Rafa fans in the crowd. Don't mess with the ball. I'm sure he's not used to seeing such bright colours on court too, even though he did play through the late 90s.
That's true.
You did see Mark at his best. He's brought the family, and that's his young little one, Nicholas, about to turn 1 in a couple of weeks' time.
Come on, turn around and watch Daddy. Great body serve there. You see the lefty spin jamming Philippoussis' right hip. Great serve.
And I have just noticed that what is different about Mark is the wedding ring. Lovely coverage by the big fella.
30-15.
Good job, firm, high backhand volley, good court position pass.
Rafa just having a second look at that one. Is it in? No, it's out. But I'll just casually flick it under my legs. No problem. There we go. 2-love. The blink of an eye.
Nadal leads by 2 games to love.
5 minutes on the clock.
There's again where we talk about it, the importance of that quick start. Before you know it, you're in a big hole.
Whoa. It is a pretty service action. You got to see it close up when you were coaching Pete Sampras, and he did bring out all guns blazing for a famous victory here at the Australian Open many moons ago.
1996, saw that one firsthand. Great exhibition by Mark. He absolutely had the potential to beat anybody on any given day.
Rafa with a loose one.
30-love.
But he's tuning up. He is back, ladies and gentlemen. He is on the board at 2-1, the Somerset.
That was nice to see. That's the old flip. A couple of those serves, 206, 210. He still has tremendous velocity. And we saw that forehand that he hit incredibly hard to the Nadal forehand, which forced the error. So he still has that offensive game. It's just the mobility a little bit now. So we take a look at the knee brace on Philippoussis, holding the body together. I know that feeling.
Does look some fairly vicious knee brace technology there. It's great to see he can go from being one of the best players in the world, take a little break, and then come back and perform like this. He's been hitting out last few months. But you know what? The great thing is anybody can give this new format a try. And we're talking from young kids learning the game, club players, all the way up to these guys, the best in the world. We're at 2-1. Great to see the Scud back on the board, but it's Rafa who'll be serving now.
That great Nadal forehand can do so much with that ball.
There we go. Finding some range and some speed with the forehand. Trademark Philippoussis.
That's that Philippoussis power that we all know.
Ooh. Get to 30. What's your read on the Scud's career in a bit of a nutshell?
I just think he's, you know, was one of the most dangerous players on the tour. He just wasn't able to sustain it for a number of reasons. Some physical, some mental.
He hung in there.
We talk about Scud's career a little bit inconsistent, but great at the top level.
And by hanging in there and sort of pleading for mercy too, he gets himself a chance to break here.
1 point away from power point if Rafa can get this point. There we go.
Power points.
Which side?
Which side will he pick? Okay, come at me, Rafa, he says. He hasn't missed his first serve yet too. He's serving much better this set, Rafa. So close, but in a flash, it's out to 3-1.
Nadal leads by 3 games to 1.
(3-1), 11 minutes, 1 game away from the set being over. This is perfect. My best buddy at home stopped playing tennis because he doesn't have time. Now he's got time. I'm going to bring him a present back from Australia. It's fast 4 tennis.
We had a lead, and it kind of caught them both by surprise.
I know. One scissor kick coming in. Wasn't sure, do I keep running forward or stop?
I think we've got some cannonballs coming our way now. Another lead. It's play on.
Love 13.
It's true, you got to remind yourself, play on. We play the lets. Yes, clips the tape. Keep going, guys. Fast 4 tennis, and this is a fun part of the game.
(15-13). (15-14).
Oh dear, we go for set point and match point now. We need a couple of big serves from Mark here.
Still set point, actually double set point still, because we got the power point coming up. If Flip can hold this service point right here, if not, set over. Here we go.
Yes.
Power points.
At 203 Ks. The Scud is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Receiver's choice.
We got the triple banger, the power point, the set point, the match point.
Gets a match, Nadal.
Well, there we go. Sheer power into the net court, but it skips out. And Rafa takes it out 4-1 over Mark Philippoussis.
Good stuff, guys. 14 minutes. The set's over. Come on, folks. Get your rackets out of the closet. Get back out on the courts.
Well, Scud, you were still ripping the serve in at 210 kilometres an hour, if you don't mind. How was your night out with Rafa?
Too quick. I feel like I didn't get a chance to take it all in. I had a lot of fun. I wish I, would have got that first volley, would have settled things down, but it's a lot of fun out here. Just very quick.
Well, it's great to have you back at Melbourne Park. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Philippoussis.
Too quick, he said the set went. And that's kind of the thing that we're talking about here. It's fast four tennis. The great thing is, it is quick.
Absolutely, it all comes at you very fast.
All right, well, how did he do in his first hit out?
Well, I'll tell you, Ed, I'm not a genius, but if you serve 100% of your first serves, I think that's probably a good thing. So we'll say Rafa served pretty well and pretty smart and did a great job breaking 2 out of 4 times against the Philippoussis serve, and Mark was 0 for 2 on his break opportunity. So a good job.
So has he still got some of his touch? He was good early.
Look at that one. Another solid volley. A couple good signs up at the net. Just couldn't find a way to get on the Nadal, get Nadal on the defense early enough, off enough. Even with the fake moves like that, wasn't helping.
And Rafa's happy. He's up. He's won his first 2 challenges and there is 1 remaining. Bit of chatter coming our way via Twitter, and most of it seems to be centered on Rafa's shorts. A bit disturbing, but they're the shortest ones I've ever seen him wear in his entire career.
Something different.
The rather bright and somewhat horrifying purple stripe down the side. Twitter sphere loves it. The Somerset, featuring Rafa and his friends. He's won his first 2 challenges. Early on, the first hit out with young rising Australian star, and then the old warhorse of Australian tennis. He takes him out. But now the main event is coming our way. It's Spaniard versus Spaniard, where at the same venue 5 years back, they set the world alight with the longest match the Australian Open's ever seen.
Yeah, they had that brutal match over 5 hours in 2009, and Fernando's one of these players that, boy, when he plays at the top of his game, he can just be brutal to finish the points against. Heavy forehand, great competitor, does a lot of things really well.
It's now time to welcome Rafa's final opponent, Spaniard Fernando Verdasco.
Well, 2 Spanish bulls ready to lock horns here on Margaret Court Arena. You've had some great battles with your mate Rafa over the years. Are you looking forward to this one?
Yes, of course. It's a great day, and we are happy to be here. So let's enjoy.
Well, you enjoyed the occasion, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Well, I can tell you in all my time, I've never seen Rafa sitting in his chair taking selfies as he preps for his next challenge.
New strategy to relax. I like that.
Yeah, perhaps. Well, why don't we shoot a couple up here in the commentary booth? Everyone is enjoying the night and taking their own fair share of selfies. We heard lots of people talking during the rallies. Straight to his own Facebook account, maybe on Twitter, maybe even Instagram.
Absolutely.
Okay, gentlemen, the same format as before. 6 balls in play, new ball 7 and 9. Best of 5 sets. Any questions? Okay, Bowie. Heads, tails? Heads, tails?
Did I tell it too quickly?
You say heads, Rafa says heads. It's tails. Fernando.
And the guy's getting a shot with a beautiful Buyi Zama. She's one of the stars of Disney's Lion King. She plays Rafiki. It opens next month here in Melbourne. What about that? Rafiki and Rafa. I guess if it's your night, it's your summer set, you can have whoever you want tossing the coin.
Absolutely, why not?
I saw her wandering the building earlier on in her full Rafiki kit. I saw a lion.
Really?
Yeah. Tossing the coin now for the bull.
Well, this will be an interesting matchup. Good styles. Both of them play similar tennis. Good friends. A lot of battles over the years. So we'll see how the Fast Four affects their strategy early on in each of these games.
You might have to help us out with your Spanish later on. The guys get chatting.
You're looking at the wrong guy, Ed. That's a nice start.
Love 15. Love 13.
I think we're going to look for Rafa to work on his offensive tennis. I think that's one of the things that he needs to do well to be successful down here. And so I think this is a good opportunity against Fernando to work on trying to be aggressive, take the ball inside the baseline.
Love 14.
Early break opportunity for Verdasco. Oh.
Well, early credit to Fernando. He breaks straight away and leads 1-love. And without a warm-up, obviously he had a hitter outside on a nearby court. Had to come out somewhat cold, and Rafa's got 2 sets under his belt, but it's a sharp way to start.
And he played a match. You know, Fernando got to play a match today at Kooyong against Gilles Simon. So he's had some tennis, but to come out, walk out of the locker room and win the first 4 return points is pretty impressive.
What are you expecting out of this matchup? These guys love to rally from the baseline. We've seen them do it for 5 hours. It'll be much shorter tonight, obviously, under our Fast 4 rules.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, I think this is a great opportunity for Rafa to work on some of his offensive patterns that he wants to use during the Australian Open. And Fernando, I think he's going to obviously go out there, try to serve and get the first strike in the rally. So for me, the most interesting thing is how are they going to do it in this format? We saw Fernando jump out to that early lead last game.
Love 15.
See that low slice to the Verdasco forehand's tough to get that ball up and down over the net from inside the baseline. Good strategy there by Nadal.
$15.
Heavy forehand again. Lots of Spanish being shouted in the crowd. It's a good thing we're going to some 100 countries across the world tonight. Many of you understanding what's being said, but just take your word for it. They're encouraging their fans.
Two forehand errors in succession interesting. Verdasco started off real sharp, the first 4 points, and then a couple sloppy errors this game. Again, the fast 4 format, you just cannot get away with those errors early in your games.
It's a break back to Rafa. We go to 1-all in 4 minutes. I mean, the research is showing that these sets, when played by your club players and so on, take around the 20-minute mark. These guys are racing through, given they've also got ball boys and so on chasing after their stray balls. But we're at 1-all in the blink of an eye.
That's great. It's just great, the economy of speed and the efficiency, every level of play.
$15 left. $30 left.
Fernando Verdasco, 31 years old. Could be a little bit stiff from the match today, coming from that windy day outside.
$30-15.
You know, he has been ranked as high as 7 in the world. Interestingly, his best couple of years on tour came after that epic 2009 5-hour slog against Rafa. Marched up the rankings. He's now hovering in the mid-30s.
Hovering in the mid-30s and still a danger to everybody.
Absolutely.
40-15.
Someone that the top players don't want to see in their part of the draw for sure.
Nadal.
I love it. With a smile, Rafa gets his nose in front. It's 2-1 Nadal.
Nadal leads by 2 games to 1.
A match being played in great spirits tonight. I've never seen him pause midway through his serve preparation, have a little chuckle with the crowd and then continue. But how hard is it as a player, with no offence meant to both Omar and Mark, who played in the first 2 sets, for Rafa to then take it up a gear, because he wasn't at full gas for those first 2 sets?
Well, I think he'll come out here with the mindset, regardless of who his 3 competitors are, with a plan of what he wants to try to work on for the evening. So I think that he knows that, and that's why he's able to focus on that, yet still have some fun. But then when the point starts, there's the intensity. So he's pretty clear on what he wants to do, and I think probably a little bit oblivious of what the opponent's trying to do.
Probably deserves a good sit down after what is now well into his 3rd set. Good Fernando taking in the purple haze around him. It's the summer set with Rafa Nadal. It's fast 4 tennis. If you're seeing it for the first time, there are 4 different rules to get on top of. The first is the one that's caught a few of the players out tonight, including the umpire as well. We play the lets on serve. Whether they land in, just blip over the net, or come straight at you, you got to play them. There's no ad scoring. We have a power point at deuce. There's a tiebreaker at 3 games all. They race to be the first to 5 points. And of course, to take out the set, you've got to get to 4 games to win it. We're at 2-1 now, and Fernando's going to serve.
Love 15.
with a vamos. Nice clean winner from Fernando.
15-all.
See on the defense here, Nadal going behind Verdasco. Great stretch, open stance two-hander down the line.
Nicely done. Similar styles mechanically, I guess, Paul, you'd say, but
30.
that's why they have such epic battles, these two.
Yeah, they hit the ball very similarly. Verdasco not quite as athletic as Nadal. Nadal does a little bit more aggressive on the forehand, but I tell you what, there's not much between their forehands.
$40-15.
That's a tough one.
40-13.
Verdasco had to control the middle of the court, had the opening there. The Nadal forehand just overcooked it a little bit. A little too much topspin on that ball. Need to hit that kind of topspin, you have to make margins higher.
There we go. Fernando takes it to 2-all. Squared up in the first set. This is best of 5, remember?
2 games all.
And that's the common thread against Nadal. No matter what your style of play is, if you get that short opportunity, you have to get on the offense against him.
Should we have a little wager, you and I, on whether there'll be a volley hit in this entire match?
I say there will be.
Okay, but not until about the third set. That's my $5.
Okay, I'll take that. Of course, when you hit ground strokes like that, you don't really have to hit too many volleys because you hit it through the court. That helps.
Why waste energy running all the way up there? You just got to come back to serve, don't you?
Oh.
15-all.
Let court.
Carry on.
They forgot. Fernando forgot.
He's calling for a let, but you just play on, Fernando.
He forgot and it confused Rafa. So much spin on that Nadal forehand, just dragged it wide.
I'm still chuckling about the let before Fernando wanted it to be replayed. It's going to catch a few people out, I'm sure. Wow. He went for it. You know, with the new latest incarnation of the Hawkeye technology, they've measured the RPM of Rafa's shots at upwards of 3,000 revs per minute as it loops over the net. It's incredible.
It has such velocity. It's such a heavy shot. Nice early return there by Verdasco, taking Nadal's time away, forcing the error.
He's got himself a break point here. We get to a power point. And where will Fernando elect to receive from?
The crowd, they love it.
He's saying, come at me from this court. Okay. Fernando gets the break. He edges ahead 3-2.
Verdasco leads by 3 games to 2.
Well, things, if they weren't serious before, certainly are now.
Well, great opportunity for Fernando now to serve out that first set.
Flat and perhaps not at 100%. And these guys are going to duke it out, make no mistake.
That's such a big forehand. He can hurt you from anywhere on the court when he gets the chest-high forehand.
And Rafa's not happy. He's got some work to do. He knows it.
And now with Fernando serving for the first set, so interesting in this format, Ed, to see what happens the first couple of the points. A little bit of a pressure on Fernando, have that feeling against a great returner.
The summer set with Rafa and his friends is going off here at Margaret Court Arena. Bit of dancing at the Muck Arena while the players sit down.
Absolutely.
And everyone loving this brand new Fast 4 format. Have a look at the website too if you want to find out the rules and get those in your head. Unlike Fernando, who kind of forgot them. If you want to register your interest, check out fast4.com wherever you are around the world. Fernando now serving to take out set number 1 in his showdown with Rafa.
Oh, again, that first point, unforced error.
I'm going to take that as a volley.
That was a tricky swing volley, but you lost your bet. It
Yep.
was a volley, Ed.
He's done me. It was sort of mid-court in my defence.
You're not going to rationalize your way out of this one.
I'll hand over the money. 15 all now.
Wow.
Well done. By the way, it's Aussie dollars against your greenback.
Okay.
It's about 3 buttons at the moment.
I'll take it any way I can get it. See Verdasco with 7 winners to Nadal's 1. Make that 8 winners.
All right, he gets a look at a set point now. 2 of them. And he takes it. On the line is good. 4-2. First set to Verdasco. Well, he started coolish and he finished very hot. That's the first set wrapped up there.
Yeah, you take a look at that 88% first serves for Verdasco to only 63 for Rafa. 2 out of 3 break points for Verdasco, 1 for 1 for Rafa. To me, he was just putting more pressure on him, Ed. Fernando is playing more aggressive. We see as the 9 winners to Rafa's 1. So that's the style of play he has to embark on to have an impact.
Rafa's serving against Philippoussis was fantastic. He did slip a bit there, but let's see how he fared. Oh, nice winner from Fernando.
Guessing right there was Verdasco. Wow, offensive plus. That's just big hitting. That's just power tennis, and that's one of the advantages of knowing Rafa so well. He knows what he has to do. Now just, can he do it? He did it one set.
So it's an all Spanish demo here. Rafa's in a great frame of mind, but he's got some work to do. He trails by one set. He has the advantage of serving first here. Final adjustment of these wonderful purple shiny shorts.
That's just great weight of shot by Nadal to back Verdasco up, get that short ball. That ball's so deep and heavy. Wow.
30 love.
Nice serve backhand body and then step in.
Rafa, you're killing me. 2 volleys in the 1 point. Come on.
People don't talk that much about Rafa's volleying skills, but he's very adept up there at the net. Usually he's coming in on great shots, but watch the footwork and racket preparation. Down low on the forehand volley, good balance here. Little tricky low one. Good job there. Very good technique.
40-15.
Still 2 more game points.
I think Rafa's going to invest in a little more offensive tennis this set. See if he can tame the Verdasco arm with all those winners he hit in the first set.
Nadal on the board in the second set. He leads 1-love. And he wanted that one, didn't he, Paul? He came out there to make a bit of a statement early on in this second set.
Yeah, I think he wanted to get that offensive frame of mind going a little bit more. The first set, Fernando with 9 winners there. He had Rafa a little bit more on the defense than even Rafa wants to be, so good offensive start by Nadal this set.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching the summer set with Rafael Nadal and what sounds like a Bon Jovi concert, but this is how he wants his exhibition played tonight. Look at that flourishing forehand follow through too. So when the guys come back at it, it's new balls. I guess they play new balls every 9 and 7.
They do.
Just come at different points.
See if Fernando can put the foot on the accelerator again this game. Reestablish that offensive mindset. Wayward forehand from Nadal there, very uncharacteristic. Ball a little bit late, a little close to the body.
Got to remember, Rafa's played, surprisingly, just 7 matches since he was bundled out of Wimbledon in July due to injury. So he's going to find his range over the next, well, hopefully set or 2.
And Rafa is one of those players that needs the matches under his belt to get the momentum. Historically, he likes to have that match count build up. Nice approach here by Verdasco, covering the line, little drop volley. Even Nadal can't chase that one down.
Game Verdasco.
We're at 1-all. Nice answer by Fernando.
1 game all.
Oh!
15 love.
Oh.
30 love.
Well struck ball just in the tape. Fernando still trying to gear back up to that offensive mindset.
Oh!
40 love.
Those are offensive returns. Good errors is what I would categorize them as. These guys have different serving mentalities. You see Nadal 184, Verdasco 173. Verdasco generally tries to serve bigger, so it's interesting that Rafa's serving a little bit quicker today than Fernando is. They both use their serve as a setup, Ed, and once in a while, as we saw in the last game, Fernando hit one 212. He can't hit it huge, but they just use their serve as a setup serve to get offense on the first strike. Take a look at the Nadal box. Tony Nadal in there with his manager Benito and also his other manager Carlos Costa, former great player.
Game Nadal.
Well done, Nadal. Wanted that one. He takes it out to 2-1. You're kind of never really out of the game, are you? I mean, he was down love 40, Fernando. He nearly got it to the power point to have a chance to get himself right back and maybe even snatch the game there.
Yeah, he's so dangerous. He can come back from anywhere. For me, looking at these guys, I just wonder how they're going to get out of their thrones every time I figure that they're going to need something to get out of their purple thrones on the changeover.
They look mighty comfortable. And I can assure them that the hard plastic chairs that they're going to be on in the next couple of weeks at the Grand Slam, maybe with an umbrella over their head, certainly won't match up to these. It's a purple, or maybe you would call it a lilac sort of theme tonight.
Lavender? Lavender?
Lavender I like. Scores are in lavender. Rafa's shirt's in lavender. And the shorts are getting so much Twitter love. If Kim Kardashian can melt Twitter down, I'm sure these shorts can as well. Music playing and the crowd loving it.
Time.
So it's 2-1. And these compadres come out for another serving session. It's DJ Ace, loving his work. The whole crowd is here. Nearly full, 7,500 people enjoying the summer set. Fernando to serve now.
Take that.
15 love.
Little fortunate on that ball, but it's okay. Fernando doing a good job when he gets in the
30 love.
offensive mindset. He gets very solidly on the baseline, doesn't get backed up, and he uses the flat backhand to hit through the court extremely well. Whoops, that's an errant forehand. Very uncharacteristic of Rafa. Usually has that heavy topspin to drop that one in.
3 game points now for Fernando. And he serves it out with an ace to take us to 2-all. He seems noticeably to be trying to take the pace off the ground strokes to Nadal. Does Nadal prefer it coming at him fast?
I think what he's trying to do is to use some variation so that maybe he can back him up. And this is that serve I was talking about before. This was 206 Ks up the middle, so Fernando can unload on his serve, but historically he's had a few issues with the second serve, so sometimes he reverts to that placement for the first serve mentality.
At first glance in the corner, looking at those scores, they don't kind of make sense, do they? But this fast 4 format, it's the first to 4 to take out the set. Verdasco won it at 4-2, and it's 2-all in the second.
Where players serve and you wonder why balls are going, where they're going, and where the points are going. You see 60% of the shots are going to the two-handed backhand side of the court, so that's to make that forehand target open and bigger and easier to finish the point. Rafa's sure it was out.
Fernando doesn't want to argue. He doesn't want another 5-hour one. We'll just let this slide, he says. Yep.
Yep.
Hawkeye's right.
Well, that is great stuff.
40-15.
You got to be fast and you got to be skillful. And Fernando just says, "Oh, whatever." Rafa gets it to 3-2. Smiles all round as the guys take a little break.
Nadal leads by 3 games to 2.
Little friendly chuckle on the changeover.
Well, we saw the wonderful under the leg shot there, and I don't think it caught Fernando by surprise, but he was happy to watch it sing past and have a bit of a smile.
Yeah, didn't want his friend to have to run that far all for naught, so he had to take the air swing at it and make him feel good.
How's Rafa look to you? We've had some terrible injury problems, including appendicitis. He's had wrist injuries. He's had back troubles. He's moving okay.
He's moving okay, as we see in this replay here. Here's the between the legs, gets the good drop shot, and then Fernando says, "Okay, buddy, you ran that far, just take the point." Rafa's looking okay. You know, he's trying to get his rhythm, trying to work on the patterns that are going to be successful. Again, that dig, that's great movement here. And come back with a little tweener. There you go, pal. Good running.
He could have been mean, but he let it go. So credit to you, Fernando. Well, we can hear the drums, Fernando. They're booming out across Margaret Court Arena. It's our first look at this wonderful new venue, and it's getting its first workout tonight with Fast 4 tennis. Fans in the crowd have been at work with their crayons there. And
kids are having a great time. A lot of energy. It's very exciting for them to see it in this format, too. Having a good time.
Well, Rafa wants to snatch this set. Let's see how he goes.
There's that patented Nadal forehand opening up the court. Choosing to go behind Verdasco to clean up the winner.
Not letting him off that time, for sure.
No, good approach shot. Fernando kept Rafa pinned back with that big forehand. That volley was short enough that it was actually a good volley. We forgot about the lets again. I forgot about it. Rafa didn't.
Clips the net. It's in. It's good. He went for it. Tried to land a big blow there. We're at 3-all.
3 games all. Tiebreak.
Here we
So
go.
move to Fast 4 tiebreak. Now this is a race to be the first to 5 points.
First to 5, win by 1. Remember, they alternate with 2 service points each until the last person gets the last 3 serves if necessary.
Nadal.
Boom. Nice way to start and follow it up with another serve.
Your serve again. You serve. You serve.
Rafa's confused.
He's serving again. One more.
Put your ball away, Fernando. It's Fast 4, folks. That's how we do it.
Two good serves by Nadal.
Now, Fernando, you get 2, my friend. Nice way to grab your first tiebreaker point.
Nadal.
Really up the power there.
Change ends.
So the guys are going to change ends, and 2 serves now coming Nadal's way. And perhaps the umpire might refresh the memories of the players about the rules as they crisscross underneath his chair as well.
Just going to have to give him a little notepad, I think.
Yes. First to 5 points will close out this tiebreaker. 2 serves now to Rafa. Was it?
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Do you know what? I'm going to call that a let ace.
3-2.
Perhaps a
Nadal.
lettuce. Let's see if we run with it. We've seen everything this tiebreak. Yes, it's in. You got to swing at it, Fernando, and he knows it. Well done. It brings up set point in this fast tie break. A couple of serves now coming Fernando's way.
Actually, Fernando gets these last 3. He's got to go 3 for 3. Otherwise, set over. That's the one benefit of serving first in the tiebreaker. Get that big lead, which Nadal's done now for triple set point. That is power. Even Rafa has to smile at that one.
Still a set point here. Needs another great serve just like that. Whoa.
4-all. Power points.
Well, we get a power point. Whoever wins this next.
Where are you going, Rafa?
He's serving. He's serving.
We've got to give him some first night rules, nerves here. Rafa does it. He grabs himself the second set. We're 1 apiece. Well, a tie-break that saw everything and a set that saw everything. The guy's a little bit confused about the fast four scoring, but hey, you only know by playing it. A little bewildered look.
There we go.
On the face of
Fernando trying to figure it out.
What happened? I got 3 serves in a row and I still lost the set. But that's great, you know. It comes through pretty quickly, and this is the tail of that last set.
Great first serve percentage by both guys. Fernando almost to 80% first serves. Aces relatively even. Winners, Nadal just edged out a little bit more.
And as you mentioned, Fernando really mixed it up in terms of pace and placement.
Great touch around the net there. Rafa did do a good job this set getting back on the offense more than Fernando.
Good buddy.
Wow.
Ready for our third set. It is hard work for Rafa. He's changing fluorescent headbands, sweatbands. And he's ready with renewed energy for this next challenge. Fast four tennis. The loud music, yes, is echoing around this entire stadium. In fact, right across Melbourne Park. Other pros who've been here early warming up and tuning up for the first Grand Slam of the year can probably hear it on their practice courts and wondering what's going on. But this is
Kids
how we
are
do
enjoying it.
Oh, ladies. This is why the crowd is so happy. He does look fit. I'll give him credit. He's been keeping fit in the gym whilst his body heals from these other injuries. He's had appendicitis to top things off towards the latter part of the year. We're into the third set now.
Oh.
Love 15.
It's that slide serve that has, if they can even touch it.
A nice counter punch from Fernando there. He knew it was coming, didn't he?
30-15.
It's where he just opens up on that forehand and flattens it out down the line. $209Ks up the tee. He has that live arm when he chooses to use it on that serve.
Well, Fernando mixes up pace, some of his serves and beautiful positioning. He heads out to 1-love. Kickstart the third set. The guys don't get a chance to sit down. I'm sure they're puffing hard now. That is the way fast four rolls.
There's that flat forehand that I was talking about, Ed. So dangerous off that side is Verdasco. Whenever that ball gets up around his chest, he can generate an amazing amount of power.
He does love to lay out all his equipment, his very same superstitious nature. His bottles where they're meant to be.
Yep, the labels have to be lined up right. They've got to be at the right distance apart. A lot of stuff going on there.
Well, it's all about your energy and your flow and a little bit about the OCD, but if it works, don't change it. I must say that Rafa's usually much more twitchy ahead of a serve. He's touching body parts, he's changing the hair, he's flicking the sweat. So he's chopped a few of those out in the off-season, perhaps.
We'll see come Monday.
It's wide.
Fernando wasn't even moving for that one either. He forgot again. That was a tremendous get by Verdasco, sliding into that squash shot forehand. That's a great ball by Nadal. Look at the slide, squash shot, drop shot, cross court. That's a tremendous effort. Wow.
Nice.
Look how low this ball is. Look at the racket head speed by Nadal, getting that over the high part of the net with the topspin. Look at that. Incredible. That's that generation of the revolutions you were talking about earlier, Ed, that brought that ball up and down.
Gets it back to 30 all with more looping forehand power. Pretty even on winners. Oh, there we go again.
It's that urgency with his footwork to create the space so that he can go after the forehand. Such a great habit. The feet don't stop, gets in good position, then lets a racket head go.
Rafa grabs the game with some great power hitting. It's 1-all in the third.
1 game all.
He knew he overcooked it, didn't he, Fernando?
Guessed right, still flicked it wide.
Love 30.
That angle really shows how much these guys work for every ground stroke. It's quite breathtaking.
Now it's amazing, and the spin on the ball creates so much opportunity to drag the opponent off the court. Rafa just going for a little bit too much there.
He went for it, but does get himself under pressure now, facing 2 break points. Still lots of cheering and chatting in the crowd, which I kind of like. It's not for sheep stations, as they say, just yet.
Now the kids are having a great time.
Rafa grabs a break. He's up 2-1 in the third set. And we cue the DJ, who gets to do his thing. Crowd enjoy it, get to stand up and have a little bit of a dance.
Get the kids going, get them dancing, get them alive. There he goes.
That's DJ Ace. I'm not sure if that's his real name, but it works well tonight.
That's his tennis stage name.
Gotcha. Come on, kids.
There we go, there's the energy.
The blood flowing. You know, I'm going to call it. Perhaps we won't see that at Wimbledon. but
I wouldn't think so.
it's rocking here at Melbourne Park at this brand new and beautiful state-of-the-art Margaret Court Arena, getting its first hit out with the summer set as Rafa puts himself through some pretty intense tennis now. Guys about to rush out for the next game. We're almost at the 1 hour mark, Paul, and we've completed 3 sets. So you can see how fast forward tennis can really churn through some action.
Yeah, and these guys are taking long breaks on the changeover, so it's a little uncharacteristic. We would amp it up and ramp it up a little bit more quickly in the fast 4 format. So moms and dad at home, you do have time to get to the club, blow the dust off the rackets, get them out of the closet, get back out there, bring the kids.
And get your tennis done in an hour.
Absolutely.
With your friends at your club, pick up a racket, play on a team, do some doubles.
Fast 4 tennis alive and well.
And then after a nice hit out, get back to the chores. That will not go away. Some fancy footwork there too.
That's impressive stuff.
Love 15. Love 13.
Was a bit of a wild one.
Rafa not happy about that one. Bad footwork. Kind of jammed himself on that high two-handed backhand. See right here, up high. Not happy with that.
He gets the break back, and we're at 2-2 now.
2 games all.
He hit a couple of errant forehands in that, backhands in that game, so he can be favouring his forehand, you'd say.
Yeah, you look at the area he tries to cover to hit forehands, it's incredible, and he's able to do that because of such good footwork and also because of the velocity and heaviness of his own shots backing his opponent up. Gives him time to keep his feet going so that he can cheat to that backhand corner.
Love 15.
Fernando just overcooking that one a bit. Did a good job getting Rafa on the run. Just went for a little bit too much on that forehand.
Was close.
Love 13.
Was close.
That could have been a second serve let cord ace if he was a little bit luckier. That is the first time, as you see, a double fault during this match.
And a good answer after a double.
15, that's it. 30 all.
That was a lot of firepower. 206K first serve, and then probably another 190K forehand after that. Really good 1-2 punch there by Verdasco.
He's played this game well. He gets himself a game point. But if Rafa can force another point here, we go to a sudden death power point. Just never out of it with fast 4.
Game Verdasco.
Unless a rocket comes your way. It's 3-2
Verdasco leads
Verdasco.
by 3 games to 2.
And that was his biggest serve of the night. That was it. 221, if you don't mind.
That thing had smoke coming off of it.
But the variation was really obvious across that game. He played it nice with positioning and then really opened up the turbochargers in some of those shots as well.
Yeah, that's one of the things Fernando can do so well, is that he can use the 1-2 punch and then he can just reach back and hit a serve like that, 221 up the tee, and it's very difficult if he's firing on all cylinders. Look at the service motion, great knee bend, good stretch up, terrific loose arm. You see the legs generate a lot of the power up and into the court. And then good elasticity in that left arm really generates a lot of snap.
Great disguise too with the ball toss. You don't know what's coming your way.
Yep, good disguise.
Guys, get a quick drink. They've been working hard tonight. It is the dance-off here this Somerset. And it keeps the players amused and happy while they grab a quick drink. The crowd are right into it now. This is fantastic for tennis. It's fast 4 tennis. DJ Ace doing his thing. And I hope our combatants like the music. I'm sure Fernando does.
Good smiles on their faces. They're having a good time.
Let's see if Rafa can get himself back to 3-all. He trails in the third set.
Love.
Great depth and heaviness of shot off the Nadal forehand there, just right off the baseline at Verdasco's feet.
Love.
1 point from another tiebreaker. If Nadal can get this one.
Tiebreak it is at 3-all. Let's square up again, fellas. Now let's see if they know the rules this time round.
They were a little confused last set, but they should be ready now.
So again, with these fast 4 rules, we play to 5 points. We start off with 2 points, 2 serves in a row from Nadal. I take that back. Fernando's going to serve first. Learn the rules, Ed.
Faults. 1-0, Nadal.
No, Fernando, you get another serve. We will figure out these tie breaks soon enough and it'll all sink in. Two serves for each player.
1-1.
Now 2 from Rafa.
Again with that great 1-2 punch, good serve out to the Verdasco backhand. Got the floating reply and then good forehand inside in. Got Fernando stretched out, got that floating reply. Look at the footwork back up to the baseline. 147K forehand up the line winner.
Rafa squeezes it out to 3-1, and the guys will change ends now. This is the only change of ends they'll make in the tiebreaker. Sneaking in a drink. I'm sure the umpire will allow it tonight. He knows Rafa's been playing from the get-go.
So we got the balls to play?
Yes, lay that bottle out. Exactly so. And 2 serves now for Fernando.
Terrific serve there again, unloading out wide. 202 out wide to the Nadal backhand. Reaching back.
Wow, nice one. Remember, if it gets to 4-all in the tiebreaker, we have a power point there to decide the set. Again.
There we see the Hawkeye on the line, half on, half in. Last 3 points to be served from the Nadal racket if need be. Like that jammed Verdasco a bit. Got in on that right hip of the two-handed backhand. Right there, jumped in on his body, didn't get his feet out of the way.
And the drums are tolling for a set point here. Flying.
Uh-oh.
4-all. Power points.
So here we go now.
Power point, set point, Ed. Here we go. Which side?
Receiver's choice.
Fernando gets to pick the side. It's the 3rd serve now for Rafa. This is anyone's. Who's going to take out the 3rd set? Next point decides it. It's all or nothing in fast four tennis. Nadal grabs the 3rd set in a tiebreak. Two sets to 1 now for Rafa, and you can feel the tension with this fast four format.
Well, it's so amazing when you watch these quick leads turn into back to neutral, and then the other person grabs a lead. Taking a look here at the 3rd set summary, Verdasco still had 75% of his first serves in there. Rafa with 3 more winners. Fernando, one more unforced error, so there's not much in it. Look at that, 20 total points for Nadal, 19 for Verdasco.
That's incredible.
Yeah, this format just screams for tension. It's great because it's just 1 or 2 points here and there makes the difference.
Well, let's see how the third set panned out. With some great shot making.
That was just a huge Verdasco forehand down the line.
These guys know each other's games so well, but must still surprise each other once in a while with some great winners.
Yeah, such great footwork by Nadal. Watch him create space on that forehand side. Feet are never static. They're always moving until he gets in the right position.
And he liked that. He gets to sit down and leads 2-1. So we're ready for a fourth set, but a few balls being hit into the crowd. Some dancing and some great catching practice. Marsha Jovanovic is out there smacking some balls to some willing participants. She loves being out here, and she'll be back here for the mixed doubles. She won her way in via the wildcard. She'll be playing her first Australian Open when it starts on Monday. So to a fourth set we go. And just when he needed to find a little extra gear, Rafa produced the goods.
I think the third set was a little more offensive by both the guys. They both were trying to hit through the court, trying to dictate play, looking to get that court position. As we saw from those statistics, there wasn't much in it.
Even with the tiebreaker, by the way, it still went to 27 minutes. That's fast, though, for these guys. They can go all day and all night.
Absolutely. Remember their last 5-setter was 5.5 hours here. You don't need 5.5 hours anymore at home, folks. Get to the club. Fast 4 tennis. Read the rules. Wow.
From way back, he makes the winner. Rafa out to 30 live in quick time. He'd like to close this set out too. But got to get on the board in the fourth.
That's that good, quick, flat return from Verdasco. You just beat the opponent with pace, not location. Gets on the opponent very quickly. Rafa couldn't get out of the way of that one.
Couple of game points.
14-15.
They're both enjoying themselves out there, which is great as they do their final tune-ups for the big Grand Slam just around the corner.
Game Nadal.
He had a shot, he took a risk, it didn't work, but it's one love.
First game, 4 sets.
Nadal leads in the fourth. Guy's going to do a quick change of ends. The DJ's going to crank it. A little bit of old school, I like this.
DJ Ace getting into it, throwing it back to the old timers. For us, Ed, well, maybe me, you're not that old.
Would I be the first commentator to ever say, gitchy gitchy ya ya mama? I like to think so. Surely we'd have a Spanish song, not a Frenchy one.
You think so? For these two guys, huh?
Thank you.
1-0 for Rafa, up 2-1. Seeing if he can grab the momentum and take it home.
We're back to the serious business of tennis.
15 left.
That came back with a fair bit of mayo on top of the serve.
That was quite the reply off of the wide serve. Look at him out wide. Rafa just taking an aggressive slap at that, nice and early. Wow.
Well, Rafa did much the same in the last game for a fantastic winner. Touche to Fernando.
Good Fernando, get the feet in position. Great racket head speed on that cross-court forehand.
So Verdasco grabs the game to pull it to 1-all. Net court is giving everybody the jitters, isn't it? But serves are in play. If you serve a let, you've got to do your best to get to it and not stop like these guys have done a couple of times.
They're almost getting the hang of it now.
Yeah.
Got to keep that mentality switched on. For the fast four rules, no ad scoring, play the let chords. First to four, tiebreaker at 3-all.
And that's probably been souvenirs, that one too, in the spirit of the night.
One would hope so.
Great put away. Rafa's really up his work rate now. He goes up 2-1 in the fourth set.
Nadal leads by 2-1.
Well, some of those came back with a bit of pepper from Fernando, but Rafa really wants to hit his stride now. He looks a little bit better now. He's come out with a bit of purpose.
Yeah, he seems pretty clear about what he's trying to do ever since the first set's gotten over, where Fernando was the one that was being offensive. Since then, it seems like Rafa's equaled that level of offensive tennis, and I think he's played a little bit better because of it. But racket head speed is not an issue for either one of these guys, that is for sure. Rafa now really going to try to lean on the first couple points of this game. He's got the 2-1 lead, up 2-1 in the fourth set, so good opportunity here to grab that momentum.
And these sweet girls are dancing up a storm in the breaks. Spanish flags are flying. And some people sort of miming to the words. Fast4.com is the website if you want to register and find out even more about this great new format. We encourage you to check it out. We've had the rules scrolling along the side of the court to help the players out in some instances. But it's Fernando
and us.
True. And the umpire.
And the umpire.
Must be said.
love.
Wow, returned with interest.
Those scores are slightly confusing at first glance, aren't they? There's 2 sets to 1, 2 games to 1. And that wristy return, grabbing Rafa for another point. You can see how the guy needs surgery at times on that wrist. It plagued him during last year. We hope it's back to 100%. It's moving pretty freely tonight.
Again, good heat on the Verdasco serve, 205 Ks. Can go for that big one that we talked about like that, or use the location and the first punch on return play. Very versatile.
Really favouring his forehand still, but it's getting him points. And when you see a choppy forehand attempted return there, you know that the player's been stretched.
Yeah, both of these players are trying to go aggressive to the forehand side of the court to open up that target on the backhand.
Game. Verdasco.
Fernando serves it out to get it to 2 all. In quick time. 14 minutes for the set. You know, we've found that most sets average around the 20-minute mark. These guys do rally quite long, so we're on track. Everything going to plan here with Fast 4.
Yeah, these guys are stretching it out about as long as it can with the length of rallies they have, so the format is very time efficient.
Well, as an ex-player yourself and a coach of some amazing players, how do you like it? What's your first reaction to it?
I love it. For a teaching tool, it's great. For kids, gives good habits. For my friends and family that are club players, it's time efficient. So many different positive things that can come out of it. Fernando having a little chat with his coach.
Yeah. Or a private joke, it could be.
Wow.
30-15.
Tell you, for a couple of intense players, it's good to see some smiles popping out. There were none 5 years ago as they toiled into the night in that epic 5-setter, the longest match ever seen at the Australian Open. Couple of game points to Rafa. And he grabs the first one of them to edge ahead 3-2 in the fourth set.
Nadal leads by 3 games to 2.
They've earned themselves a little sit down on these lovely royal purple thrones. He's been putting in some sets. 2 up against a couple of challengers in Omar Jasika to start with, and then Mark Philippoussis, and now he's into his work with a 4th set against Fernando Verdasco. How's he look to you?
I think he's looking better and better as the night's gone on. I think he's got great variety in the opponents that he's played tonight. I think it's a great opportunity for him to work on things. I think the format's good because he's playing points, and like I said, this format's so great because every point is magnified of its importance, and it's also magnified because of the pressure, the time efficiency of it. You get to it very quickly, so it's good all the way around.
Some fabulous Mexican wave work. Should be Spanish waves. The crowd is loving this. We're going to call this the Spanish wave, I think, just for tonight. And everyone showing their appreciation for the work being put in. Rafa's work rate is never questioned, his endurance never questioned. But with a bit of time out during the end of last season, how long does a player need to get their endurance levels back?
Well, a lot of it's about getting into match practice. I mean, he's going to do all the practice shape. He's got to get into match shape, and as we see Fernando serving with new balls, so he's got to get some matches under his belt. He'll be most vulnerable at the beginning of this tournament.
Wow. A little left let off there with a fluffy kind of half volley return. He'll take that, Fernando.
Rafa's not going to miss that one too often.
No.
Oh.
That's it.
That's that big firepower again with the forehand. Verdasco with the kick serve, Rafa backing up, way behind the baseline. Look at Fernando get out of the way and create the off forehand, create that space there.
Or could we see another tiebreaker?
Game Verdasco.
Yes, we will.
3 games all.
Now let's see how switched on these guys are. Rafa's going to get 2 serves.
Think they've got it down now for the 3rd time?
Well, I'm just not confident. He's waiting on the guidance from the umpire. Fernando in deep thought. Here we go. 2 serves for Rafa.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen,
come on, it was a great shot. Fernando wants to check.
Challenging the call on the left baseline. The ball scored in.
I'm sure he's just trying to catch his breath. But come on, Hawkeye.
He's going for the challenge.
Argument settled.
Nadal.
The other side, guys.
Oh, they lined up on the wrong side, thinking it was the old tie-breaking rules. Good reminder by James Kiathavong. Keep these guys in line. 0-2. Great depth off of that return. High and deep.
3-0.
Jumping up on the Verdasco two-handed side.
Got himself jammed there a couple of times now this set. A lovely, gentle put away.
And him with the change up.
3-1.
We'll see if there's a little exchange of words as they change ends.
There we remember.
Yes, Fernando.
You got it right.
Well, I hope they don't punch each other on the way through with the Rocky theme going. Our good friends. It's a race to the 5 points. This music, he fancies himself as an absolute Rocky tragic, doesn't he? Rafa with a couple of serves now. And he liked it too. Why not? It was a beautiful forehand.
That was a lot of big shots in a row. Watch this forehand up the line. Open the court up. 163K inside out forehand. Thank you very much.
Oh, Rafa gets himself to match point.
4-2. Nadal.
As live in Fernando yet.
4-3.
Puts it to 4-all. We get the absolute sudden death point, don't we? He went for it.
Well, here we go. Set point, match point. Set point, Verdasco. Match point, Nadal. Doesn't get any closer than this. Look at Fernando.
Rafa's call that he wants it served over this way. Which way is this going to fall? And as only these two guys could do, we're going to go to a fifth set. Fernando takes out set number 4 in a tiebreaker. Wouldn't you know it? Well, reviving the epic battle from 5 years ago when these guys played 5 sets. We're going to a fifth again.
But just after an hour and a half, so that's about right. Great stuff, and the format has really come to fruition. If we look to set 4 summary, 79% first serves by Rafa, 67, which is great for Fernando. 10 winners to 7 for Fernando's favor. Really just 1 or 2 points, as we can see, those tiebreakers, 20 points each in total won. So this format brings it out in you. How are you going to play the big points, guys?
Well, that came with a rush, didn't it? Well played, Fernando. Let's see how this set panned out.
Again, both guys jockeying for position, looking to get close to the baseline. Wow.
That one was gone. And so was that one. Plenty of winners hit throughout that set. So we go to a fifth.
Verdasco to serve.
And it's fast four tennis, but who's going to take out this epic battle? It's kind of the rematch from 5 years ago when these guys duked it out. Fernando gets to serve first. Yep.
Fernando does a really good job on that two-hander when he gets the ball up high and he gets in good position, relatively close to the baseline, does a good job flattening it out.
love.
Well, rally of the match so far, but that's an unusual finishing shot from Fernando.
Great defense by Rafa just to stay in that point, created such an awkward ball for Verdasco. He couldn't get up there to do anything with it except hit a little sloppy side spin squash shot.
It was a let. And Rafa didn't finish it off. Sloppy side spin squash shot. I'm going to have to check the manual.
Say that 5 times fast.
Oh.
Game Verdasco.
It's the first strike to Verdasco. He's 1 love up
First game
in the 5th set. The guys need a bit of a breather. They're going to change ends. I'm sure they exchanged glances as the match went to a 5th set. As if to say, oh, no, not again.
Here we go again. That's a little different this time. Fernando's got that early momentum this set. 1/4 of the way home at 1-0. 3 more games and he's there. See if he can build on that first service hold.
I wonder what deja vu is, but in Spanish.
You're asking the wrong fella.
Okay. Well, they still look full of energy, and that's the beauty of it. They can get their work done with set after set in this fast four format. We're still 90 minutes or so into the game. 100 minutes just ticking over now.
Love. Love.
Players are always looking for new advantages and ways to get things done quicker. Fernando switched to a new racket just recently, gets a little bit more power, a little bit more easy power. We're seeing some of the effects of that tonight.
It's certainly not the biggest racket head around, is it?
No, but I think it helps him generate a little bit more power, as I said, and also some heaviness on the shot. Ball's going to jump and go through the court even more quickly. And with his live arm already, it's just going to add that little extra few percentage points that means the difference at the top of the game.
Game
We'll
Nadal.
take that. Rafa squares it up to 1-all. 2 sets all. These guys don't know any other way.
Should they just play the tiebreaker now? Ed, what do you think?
Nice idea. Sure, they'd say yes, that's fine.
Now they don't have to wait too long with fast 4.
We could get there. Careful what you wish for.
Yep.
We had 3 so far.
I would love it.
Wonderful.
Love 15.
Great.
Both guys undoing their good
15-13.
work from that quality first point. A couple of loose ones.
A little stuck with the footwork there on that last two-handed backhand.
That's you. That's
just a great serve. 207 out wide, hitting your spot. That ball's not going to come back. Terrific ball toss, good legs, loose arm, right in the corner.
We get ourselves a power point to sort out game number 3 of this 5th set. Rafa's choice, where he'd like to receive it from. He's going over to the deuce court. Whoever wins this point takes out the game with fast 4. Well, that certainly flew off the racket, but to Fernando's favour. He leads 2-1. And I knew it wasn't far off, Paul, but we got ourselves the Macarena on the Margaret Court Arena.
Did you send that in as a special text request?
Absolutely. Now, can we remember the moves?
No clue at all.
Spanish in the crowd loving this. Hope you are too at home. Can you do the Macarena while you're seated? Apparently so.
That takes serious skills. Years old, still going strong. He is who he is. The resume speaks for itself.
Love 15.
Remember that quick start in fast 4 tennis. Rafa cannot let it get away from him early in this game. That's one mishit backhand.
Fernando willing it over just on
15
tippy toes, but no. We're at 15s. In addition to shot variation, we're getting lots of various expressions too from both players as they work out whether those rules are right. Are we in the right spot? Who's serving next?
See, that one just caught the line.
That one too.
14-15.
Gets himself a game point. We cannot split these guys. We're at 2-all. 2 sets all.
2 games all.
It does not get better than that, my friends. That was big-time tennis.
High quality stuff. Nearly a cricket shot there that he'll be proud of. And he just swings for it. And that's the shortest one. Why hit 25 shots when one will do?
2-11 up the tee.
Oh, nice. Great interaction with the crowd. Players really appreciating it and loving it. Rafa says, how about that? Yeah, that was pretty good, I know it. Now this becomes critical, doesn't it? We're racing to be the first to 4 games to close out this match. Whoever gets to 3-2 really ups the pressure and builds it on the guy trailing.
Wow.
He was way back to receive that too, wasn't he? Way back.
212 on that first serve. Great return by Nadal. Deep in at the feet of Verdasco, and then just the winner forehand. Tremendous stuff.
Can you believe it? We go to a power point. Locked at 2.
Huge one. Huge break opportunity here for Rafa.
This for the game. Well, it's 3-2. Rafa gets his nose in front in the 5th. And can he close it out? That was a big break to get.
He's got it on his racket now, serving for the match. This is where you want a few of those first serves close to the line. Clear game plan.
Oh no, well we've had the Macarena now.
There we go.
Please no. This will haunt me in my dreams, this song. We do a little horsey dance. Oh no. It's been such a high quality match. The guys really lifted, especially in the 5th set. So much at stake.
Level's been great.
Oh dear, the dancing has to stop. We're back with Rafa set to try and serve out this 5-setter. And the crowd wants more, but it's going to go down to this. This will be the last game as we go to a tiebreaker. It certainly could happen yet again.
Love.
Firecracker return from Verdasco there.
Another big return by Fernando. Got right back on Rafa's feet very quickly, forcing that forehand error up the line.
Really big serve here from Rafa, though. Could get him to a match point. Creeps up on you. Oh, he went for it, but Rafa now stares at a match point.
40-30.
To Fernando. Well, the bases are loaded. We got set point, we got match point.
We got break point and power point. We got so many different kinds of points here, but it's simple. It's over if Rafa wins this point.
Rafa's done it. Rafa's done it. He's had a tough night of work, but he wraps it up in 5, as only these two players could do. 5 sets with 3 tiebreakers thrown in for good measure.
Very good stuff. Crowds love it. These guys fought hard. The level got better and better.
And you know what? I think both players love playing it as well.
No, they had a good time. It's great. This format got off to a flying start here tonight. Really terrific to see.
How
The
could you
Margaret
not
Court
love?
Arena. No, I mean, there's so many great points, but you blink an eye, and there's another pressure situation coming on. You blink an eye, it's another big point, and guess what? You can have a battle, and then you can get home to your kids real quick.
These guys were 3 minutes under 2 hours for the match. Now, they generated the same drama and tension and shot making and excitement, but with 3 hours to spare compared to their last epic meeting back in 2009. So in today's day and age, when you've got other things on your plate, what a great way to go and soak up some fantastic world-class tennis with two great players, or even up against your friends.
What a fantastic exhibition here at Margaret Court Arena. Just once more, ladies and gentlemen, for both players tonight. And what about the efforts of this man here, Fernando Verdasco? That looked like a lot of fun. Was it a lot of fun?
Yes, it was.
What about that forehand? You were ripping that forehand, and you've played today already, haven't you?
Well, yeah, more or less.
Talk.
A few of them, I think I hit it pretty well.
You hit it more than well.
Rafa was happy.
Rafa was very happy. What about the net cord there? You got caught out a few times?
Yeah. I mean, these rules, I need a little bit more of time.
All right, that's fantastic. And you just got shaved by your good mate, Rafael Nadal, but it was a great exhibition.
Of course, it was great to be here. So thanks everybody that came today. It was a great experience, and after 2009 for me, this is a very special tournament, so I always enjoy so much, and events like this one is great for tennis, so I'm very happy. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please thank him, Fernando Verdasco. Now, the star of the show, Rafael Nadal. Rafa, before we talk tennis, I want to ask you a few questions. You had marriage proposals there, there, and there. Does this happen every day?
No, but I am young, so I have time to have the 3 times married.
Now, the other thing people want to know, Twitter has gone crazy tonight. 99% of tweets are about your outfit. We want to know, did you design your shorts?
No. I am not a designer. No, Nike has a great team, and well, these shorts, that's a little bit, I don't know how to explain, a little bit special ones.
Special shorts for Fast Four, sparkly Rafa, that's what we call it. What about tonight? It was great fun. It looked like you were having a lot of fun out there.
Yes, I am a little bit worried for Fernando because he's not hitting the ball very hard. Well, shit, crazy. Wow, what a shot. But yes, it's a great evening for a good cause. At the end, we're trying to help as many kids as possible. So that's without the support of the Australian Open, without the support of all the crowd, that kind of things are impossible. So just can say thank you very much, everybody. Have been a very special evening. Very special to play the first match here in the Margaret Court Arena. Is an amazing court. So just congratulate the Australian Open for all the things that they are doing unbelievable year by year. No? So the tournament is becoming, without any doubt, the tournament that is improving more and more every year around the world. So just congratulate everybody here in the Australian Open because they are doing an amazing job.
And Rafa, you mentioned the Rafael Nadal Foundation, the Rafa Nadal Foundation. How special is that for you?
Well, we started with the foundation like in 2008, so it's already a couple of years. As you can imagine, I am doing as much as I can to try to produce money to help more and more kids around the world. But I am lucky that I have a great team around me that are taking care about the foundation, making the foundation bigger and bigger every year. And that's very special now at the end. Everybody here and all the tennis players, we feel very, very lucky about all the things that happened to us. We have been very lucky to have this work. At the end, I never considered the work, but at the end it is. So we are lucky about all the things that the life gives us. So the only thing that we can do is try to give back something. So that's what I am trying to do with my foundation.
Well, Rafa, congratulations on putting on such an amazing show tonight. And I'm sure you'll agree that this crowd at Margaret Court Arena was spectacular. So were you. Congratulations, Rafael Nadal, everyone.
It certainly was another epic battle, but in quick time, Rafa and Fernando turning it on for everybody. And it was a great match. High quality, everything you'd want, but in a fast four format. The guys really brought out some great shots and high quality serving, big winners. Take a look at some of the stats from the guys over the course of the 5 sets. High percentage of first serves.
I mean, look at the numbers. It's not much in it. 92 total points, Rafa, 94 Fernando. Rafa wins. But you look at those numbers and they're so close. That's just an amazing night. 37 winners to both of them. 30 to 31 unforced errors. Unbelievable stuff out there.
I think it's always going to be hard to separate these two. And let's have a look at some of the best bits as they jousted with each other. The Rafa speed is back.
What are friends for? Thanks, Fernando. Good stuff. Both guys jockeying for position on the baseline. Big forehand for Rafa.
Big smiles from Rafa. Loopy forehands as always. Flourish.
I mean, there were just some missiles that were coming off the racket of Fernando Verdasco this evening.
Having a great time, both of the guys, even though in the heat of the battle. That sort of bunted shot led to a great highlight.
Unbelievable velocity.
Rafa took it out. And these good friends had a great night too. I'm pretty sure you did too, Paul Andercombe. We've seen something pretty special from a couple of great combatants there tonight.
Yeah, just an amazing evening of fast four tennis in a great new renovated venue. I tell you, it just shows every level of play can just flourish in this format. Great fun, time efficiency, tenacity, all kinds of good stuff.
The guys still taking time to sign autographs, flags. They signed a couple of balls and belted those up into the crowd as well. And the great thing is too, we got a first look at this stunning brand new Margaret Court Arena. The guys will be out here throughout the course of the next couple of weeks when the Australian Open fires up, the first Grand Slam for 2015. We know you've enjoyed it. We hope you enjoyed what turned out to be 7 summer sets with Rafa Nadal. The Australian Open is back here on Monday. From Ed Phillips and the whole team, it's bye for now.